good morning, you beauties. Maybe some of us aren't quite ready to meet the day. We don't have a choice. We got you. Let's stand up and embrace it. Good morning, team.
Good morning, G-Man. Morning, Ryle. There we go. Oh, are you guys ready for today?
I am.
Today is the
gonna
day.
embrace it.
I didn't eat the whole of yesterday for today, just so you guys are aware.
Well,
The
listen.
calorie deficit is saying way low down. That's brilliant.
We're going to make sure you catch up today because it is midweek on your Feel Good Breakfast Show and we are gearing up for World Baking Day that is happening on Friday, and we are going to celebrate that by whipping up some delicious treats in the kitchen. You might wonder who the man behind the counter with the whisk is in his hands. Well, it is none other than our very own Bass Newman. Now, when he's not working tirelessly behind the scenes on Expresso, he is whipping up delicious creations in the kitchen, and you must just see the bakes this man does.
And they're beautiful. He bakes as much with the eye, well, with all the senses, to be honest, but he is a genius. We cannot wait to welcome him back into the space. We absolutely love the guy, and he comes with a bit of spice as well.
Dude, I'm here for the spice, though. Bring it on, Bass. I can't wait for that. But it doesn't stop there, because we also have the beautiful stylist and blogger, Megan Pedro, in the building, joining us to help us spruce up our homes, bring in the warmth and elegance that we need, and talking about the colors of autumn that we need to play into the season and get ourselves geared up for the good times.
There is a bed in our studio.
I know, it's
Is
tempting.
it a test?
Careful.
Okay, I know. I was just drawn to it. It took me about 10 minutes just to pull myself away. It's so beautiful and it's so relaxing. We're gonna make your cozy bubble this morning for the whole of winter. You don't have to get out of bed. Absolutely love it.
We're going to sort you out. And then, of course, we need some entertainment. And this morning is singer and songwriter Nia Nell joining us today. She's an icon in the South African space, and we cannot wait to have her on our Feel Good Breakfast Show and also to perform. How exciting.
It's been a minute. It really has. It's going to be a special one this morning. I think jump on board. Make sure you've got your baking hands ready. And if you've got any questions or conundrums, please, we've got an all-star team in the kitchen this morning. So have that ready. And of course, we're going to open up the lines this morning and start a conversation right now. So we're going to put this to you. What's your absolute favorite South African bake? I'm sorry that we are opening this can of worms. Is it sweet or is it savory? I have a feeling we're going to divide the country this morning. Let us know and share your memories with us, because I think the best thing about these bakes, and generally what gets them over the line, is there is a memory attached to it, maybe a person attached to this incredible bake, this recipe, something that's been handed down through generations. We'd love to hear from you. 063-408-8863. That's the WhatsApp line. You can drop us a voice note about anything. You can even vent this morning if you want. It's a safe place.
You know what, G, my favorite is, you know, as South Africans, we love to merge.
Oh, for sure.
Desserts, we love to merge names, all of that. So my favorite, I've noticed, was a carrot cake cheesecake milk tart. Like, it was all these layers. It was...
Well, now you've created an expectation of what we're going to be doing today. It needs to match that now, or I'm going to be disappointed. I have a feeling we're going to have a lot of fun. The flavors will flow this morning, and we want you to play along. But, of course, we do have our official duties to get into. So let's educate ourselves on what went down yesterday. And, yes, then I'll touch base on those sporting results. And then, of course, the show can commence. But Ryle's got us handled. Let's find out what went down in SA yesterday.
Thank you so much, guys. Yes, let's dive into national headlines first. Now, the George municipality in the Western Cape says the death toll in the building collapse last Monday has risen to 33, with 19 people still unaccounted for. Now, 6 of the deceased have so far been positively identified, and 6 of the 33 people who died are women. Now, rescue workers have been working for some 200 hours since the apartment building, which was under construction, collapsed. Now, several people have come forward since the help of psychologists who speak Chewa, Portuguese, and Shona, which was all requested for this urgent matter. Well, we're carrying on with the headlines right now, and Justice Minister Ronald Lamola has ordered a reopening of the inquest into the death of renowned anti-apartheid activist and Nobel Peace Prize laureate Chief Albert Luthuli. Now, the inquest, for 57 years after Luthuli's death, follows a recommendation from the National Prosecuting Authority. Now, official reports at the time stated that he was hit by a train near the Gledthrow station in KwaZulu-Natal. Now, inquests into the death of the lawyer and anti-apartheid activist Griffiths Mlenga and civic leader Boyem Mankia are also to be reopened. Well, now moving over to international headlines, and a yacht has sunk in Moroccan waters in the Strait of Gibraltar after being rammed by an unknown number of orcas. Now, Spain's Maritime Rescue Service have said. Now, 2 people aboard the vessel, Albaran Cognac, were rescued by a passing oil tanker after the incident. Now, it was the latest in a series of orca rammings of vessels around the Strait of Gibraltar during the past 4 years. Now, scientists aren't sure about the exact causes of the ramming, but believe these highly intelligent mammals could be displaying a copycat or playful behavior. Well, next up, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken has said that Russian President Vladimir Putin must pay to rebuild what he has destroyed in Ukraine. Now, speaking in Kiev, Blinken said Washington had the power to seize Russian assets in the U.S. and would use them to help rebuild Ukraine. Now, he added that the G7 group, the UK, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, Canada, and the US could unlock billions of dollars and remind Putin that time isn't on his side. Now, he also said that Ukraine was, and quoted, getting closer to NATO, unquote. Now, finally, exciting entertainment news this morning brings anticipation for an unforgettable baseline fest at Joburg's Constitution Hill on May the 25th. Now, this vibrant event promises a lively celebration of Africa Day and marks the triumphant return of superstar Lyra to the stage after a 2-year hiatus due to a stroke. Now, moreover, this year's festival commemorates the 30th anniversary of Baseline, an esteemed artist management and music production company, coinciding with the nation's 30 years of democracy. Now, with a special focus on honoring the resilience and creativity of women, Lyra is part of a lineup of powerhouse female entertainers from across the continent, showcasing Africa's rich and diverse talent in entertainment. Now, for you, Mzansi, tickets are going like hotcakes, so do not miss out. Now, I'm going to bring in the rest of the headlines, and I'm hoping that you don't miss out on it right now. And let's find out what happened when it comes to the English Premier League title chase. Oh, it's a big one.
All right, so let me get it out of the way on behalf of all Spurs fans. I apologise to the Premier League and every other team in it, except for Aston Villa, I suppose, in a crucial match. Erling Haaland's brace, I suppose we saw the writing on the wall. It eased Manchester City past Tottenham 2-0, edging closer to a historic, now with a 2-point advantage over Arsenal. A win against West Ham this Sunday will crown Pep Guardiola's team champions for the 4th successive season, regardless of Arsenal's results. So again, apologies to all those affected negatively. Now let's look at the flip side of that. And Manchester United central defender Raphael Varane has announced that he will be leaving the club at the end of the season. So Varane, who joined United in 2021 after a decade at Real Madrid, has made 67 league appearances for the club and, of course, helped them win the League Cup in 2023. However, injuries have impacted his time at the club and has now been sidelined since April due to a muscle injury. Despite this, Varane hopes to be available for the FA Cup final. Of course, their old foes, Manchester City, in play there again on the 25th of May. Now we turn to golf, and in a star-studded pairing for the PGA Championship, top-ranked Scotty Scheffler, fresh off his Masters win and newfound fatherhood as well. He teams up with major champions Brian Harman and Wyndham Clark. So Scheffler's recent dominance, claiming 4 of his past 5 starts, adds some extra intrigue to the tournament's opening rounds at Valhalla. Meanwhile, second-ranked Rory McIlroy, he partners with Justin Rose and Dustin Johnson, a pretty potent team there as well. Now let's turn to tennis, currently unfolding in Rome, and Daniel Medvedev's title defense came crumbling down as Tommy Paul swept him aside 6-1 and 6-4, made it look easy in the last 16 clash yesterday. So struggling to find his rhythm, clearly, Medvedev faced his first defeat against Paul, who secured his maiden victory over the former US Open champion. The American's stellar performance now sets up an exciting quarterfinal showdown up against Hubert Hurkacz, who ousted Rafa Nadal, of course, earlier in the tournament. Sign of the times, perhaps, but all adding extra spice, as I like to say, ahead of the year's first Grand Slam as well, the French Open, so we love that. But that's where we leave our sport for now. A brand new day. I'm sure some weather warnings to go out, as has been par for the course lately. So let's get that in now with Zoe.
Thank you, Graham. Let's start off with the South African Weather Service. They have issued a warning for extreme high fire danger conditions in the central parts of the Northern Cape today, as well as in the province's Ubuntu local municipality. The rest of the country can expect morning fog patches and isolated showers over certain areas. And if you want to show off your beautiful sunrise view, share it with us on our WhatsApp line. That number is 063 408 8863. But let's take a look at your temperatures for today. I sometimes look at Uppington's temperatures and I wonder, aren't the numbers swapped around? Isn't it supposed to be 23, but no, it's
I think unless it changes, they go there. But otherwise, they just leave it at like 30 plus, and then they just wait to see possibly if it's going to come down.
A call to action, bro. We need to get an Uppingtonian in here, if that's what they call it, have a proper conversation. We're dying to find out how you're dealing with it out there.
They're going to come in and just give us a dirty look and just stop talking about our beautiful little town. It is a beautiful slice of earth.
It is.
And we love it. So you're going to have to forgive us. We're going to be gushing a little bit today because we've got some of our absolute favorites on the show, both from inside and behind the camera to those that have graced our beautiful stage so many times, and we're so excited.
Oh, we are super excited. The first up is Nia Nell. Of course, we're going to chat to her. She's released a brand new EP. She's much loved across South Africa, and we cannot wait to hear more about this incredible music that she's bringing for us today.
Cannot wait, indeed. And then obviously ahead of World Baking Day on Friday, we've brought in a professional. Look at the steam cat, Bass Newman in the building, ready to come through the culinary hotline.
Check them arms.
The steez is in the kitchen, and it's not the steam from the oven. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We've got so much to look forward to right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
There are stories of creators, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso on S3. Now, joining us right now is Nia Null, a multi-platinum singer and songwriter who recently released her much-anticipated EP, Love Is Home. Now, let's take a listen to this amazing voice.
Coming back to life, becoming all I am as I'm coming back to life.
Oh, when it hits hard.
And it
Ladies
hits
and gentlemen, it's Nia Null. Welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. I know, we're not much of a studio audience, but we try. We try our best.
Pay you guys to come to my shows.
You wouldn't have to pay us, girl. You wouldn't have to pay us. So good to see you. So
Thank
good to have you
you.
in this studio space.
Yes, beautiful,
How
lovely to be here.
are you? How has
doing
life
very well.
treated you, man?
Well, I just got married, so that means I'm very happy.
I can imagine. Hence the song. I absolutely love that.
Thank
but
you.
congratulations,
Thank you,
my
thank
friend.
you.
Oh, let's talk about your brand new EP. We just heard a tiny little snippet, but tell us more about Love Is Home.
So, for me, you know, this is my 10th album.
Sure.
And I kind of write, I give myself 2 years, write a couple of songs, but this one is very, very dear to me because last year has been a very big year for me. My children moved to Amsterdam just before they turned 16 in June. And in January last year, it was my soul sister. She helped me raise them, and she passed away in January. And my father passed away in December. So it was a great, a big year of loss. And why I say it's great, because when you go through that kind of experiences, you learn that nothing here really defines us. And everything here comes and goes and comes and goes. But the one thing that is solid and constant is that core of your essence, which is love. So that's always here. So no matter how we transform and everything changes form, but that's the one constant.
Core is still there. And it's home.
It's
home now. I love that. How much more did you need this musical process that informed this journey to get to this song, to this EP?
Yeah.
How different was this creative process, taking on board everything that you've been through over the last year?
For me, I think, you know, every album is very unique and very different. But this was more a surrendering process where I'm not trying to control. You know, I always joke and say, who gets triplets is control freaks.
Oh, for
you
sure.
know?
A-type personality, for sure.
But I think when they kind of left home and you know, all these roles we attached to, finally I just got to a place where I realized, like, all these versions of
These
us,
labels,
they just don't define you, you know, and I'm in my 50s now, so I'm in a very good place where I'm just, okay, so everything that I thought I am kind of fell away, and then you get to a very free place where you no longer define your worth and your value by this is my role, or this is what I do, or this is what I do. And I think, so that's why I can truly say I think I'm in a really amazing place. I don't have any expectations placed upon myself or from anybody anymore. You know, I'm just kind of, I'm none of that anymore.
That's it. And
So
all it's taken is 10 albums, an incredible career, a life-changing year, and your kids leaving home. So it's fine. We'll get there one day. We'll get there one day. But that's incredible. Well done.
you.
That's lovely.
They do say the new 50s is like being in your 30s all over again.
I
If
think
we look at
so.
Jennifer Lopez, we look at Salma Hayek, we now look at you. You are
Oh, my
glowing.
word. Thank you so much.
But when it comes to, you know, finding, because you said you had to take all those layers away and you feel free, but at the same time also, I'm assuming, very vulnerable.
Very vulnerable.
And how have you used that to also, I know you're a spiritual healer, to be able to use that space you were in to help those around you? Because I think that takes a lot of courage.
It absolutely does, you know. And when you're talking about courage, actually, I'm busy with a huge course now. It's called Intuitive Anatomy, and I'm actually working on the thymus area. And the thymus area is just here, and it has to to do with courage. So whenever you go through change and transition, you know, you need a lot of courage. And that kind of courage doesn't come from yourself. You know, it is something that you have to tap into. It's a little bit deeper. It's a little bit bigger than you, you know. And I mean, why would we have courage? Because we trust, because we know there's something more. And there's something bigger taking care of us, yeah. So for the last 10 years, I basically studied. I worked on, I got my certificate in science and my master's in theta healing, which is a wonderful technique, basically just to discover what it is that you believe about yourself, what you believe about other people, what you believe about life, because whatever you believe is going to create your reality.
It's going to manifest, for sure.
Yeah, it's your
for
reality.
Sure.
So we have a conscious mind. So there's time. Here, this moment, I plan things, but then you have a subconscious mind. And this is kind of very much what happens from when you're a baby in the womb up till now. You've inherited all those beliefs from your parents on a genetic line, history line. So what we do is we discover what you believe that has created an unwanted reality. And then we shift this, you know. So I've had wonderful clients. People come to me. There was this one man. He wanted to create this beautiful movie, and he just couldn't get the funds. He's got his storyline. He's got everything ready. So he comes to me. I work a little bit. I listen. I see. Okay. So receiving is a weakness. So whenever that belief is there, you're not going to allow people to give to you. You know.
You need to break that barrier down.
Exactly. So we shift that for him. And I think it was 2 months later, and he got his full funding for his movie.
Just get out of your own way. I love it. Sometimes it takes the brain a little while to understand, but I can guarantee you when you hear the music, the heart will understand and drag the rest of you along. And I have a feeling we're in for a very emotional session this morning, but just perfectly suited. So good to see you.
Thank you.
Glowing, as Zoe said at the moment. So good to have Nyanel in the studio. And she's going to be performing. I would normally say just for you, but it's just for us this morning. I'm going to take it. We'll see you now.
Just for us. Oh, I cannot wait for these performances. But Mzansi, I've got something for you just before we get into that. And that's the chance to become a winner. That's with Lotto. And obviously, we've got options. You've got Lotto, Lotto Plus 1 and Lotto Plus 2 for 10 million rand in total estimated jackpots this Wednesday. And you could become a millionaire. This is a lot of money, people. Now, don't delay. Play the Lotto for an estimated 8 million rand. You've got Lotto Plus for an estimated 1 million rand. And then there's the Lotto Plus 2 for an estimated 1 million rand. It's millions on millions on millions. Now, you can buy your ticket today in store on the nationallottery.co.za website. The mobile app, there's cell phone banking, or you can simply dial *120 *7529 hash and then follow the USSDs. It's as simple as that. If none of that made sense to you, don't worry. We also have another option. All these details on our Expresso social media channels and pages, so you can go check them out right now, and that will allow you to make sure you get yourself in the running to win your share of 10 million rand in total estimated Lotto, Lotto Plus 1 and Lotto Plus 2 jackpots today. But only if you play. And I'm telling you, that is a lot of money to jump on board with. You could be a winner. And we're going to get that winning spirit right now on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Let's keep it coming. We've got a quiz coming up in just a bit. But also, I don't know whether to call the cops or the fire brigade. There's guns in the kitchen. There's steam and smoke out there. But you need to just call your Feel Good Breakfast show, because it's Bass cooking up a storm. He's got his bakes ready for World Bake Day on Friday, giving you all the inspiration you need. Look at that fine form, people. Oh yes, all that coming at you right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Join markets.com today. Start your journey to trading success and stand a chance of winning one of 2 iPhone 15s valued at 20,000 Rand each. With 6 global licenses, 4.7 million clients worldwide, and free insight on the markets from trading expert Ruan Landsberg, markets.com is where opportunity meets education. Download and sign up now on markets.com mobile app. And that competition ends Friday, the 17th of May. Good luck.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Good morning and welcome to the kitchen on this very fine Wednesday. The phone lines have officially been opened because there's a culinary hotline bling! Now, with World Baking Day happening on Friday, we've taken it upon ourselves just to make it World Baking Week. So we're going to have a totally baked theme for our hotline this morning. I'm not the biggest baker, to be honest with you, so I've brought a friend along. Sebastian Newman. I want to say welcome to the kitchen, but this is your kitchen. Can we give Sebastian a hand, please? Woo! Sebastian, you are our expert when it comes to baking.
Am I?
You official, and you're going to take us through our first cake today, which is?
A chocolate cake, so a moist chocolate cake. So we asked the viewers, we were like, what do you want to see? What's your favorite bakes? And they came up with 2 recipes, and the first one was a chocolate cake.
Right.
So I was actually talking to Megan just before we came on.
My Megan?
Yes.
My
Mrs.
wife?
Pedro,
Okay,
Megan,
yes.
Yeah. And she was like, think Matilda. Bruce,
Yeah.
I'm not going to say his surname because I can't get to it.
Bruce Bogtrotter.
And you know that
Yeah.
scene where he's like, and they're like, go, Brucey. And he's eating that cake?
Yes.
That's the type of chocolate cake
That's
that
exactly
you
the chocolate cake I want. So this morning, if you have any questions for Sebastian, any questions, ask him about baking, ask him about his personal life. Please send us voice notes to our WhatsApp number. Sebastian, what's the WhatsApp number?
063-408-8863.
I told you he lives here. Sebastian, thank you so much. Send those voice notes through and we will play them live. And again, what won't you answer? Where's the line? Where's the line?
We're answering baking related
Just baking related questions.
Yeah, let's stick to the kitchen.
For now. Okay, Sebastian, chocolate sponge.
Yes.
Sounds simple, but there's certain things you can do to get that final result, which is what you said, that Matilda looking like
cake.
chocolate cake. Okay.
So obviously I've taken some creative liberties here, and it's not exactly that one, because you know that one's got that dark chocolate ganache on it. We did a chocolate ganache as well, a whipped chocolate ganache, and I'll walk you through how we made that.
Okay.
But I've got a few simple things that I do to get the texture that I like. Also in life, everybody's got preferences. Everybody's got a way that they like their cake to be. So maybe you like it more spongier. I like it a bit more fudgier. It needs to be like fudgy, but light.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
There we
So
go.
let's get into it. You're going to jump on this side for me because you're not going to stand here and do nothing, Clem.
Not today.
Just,
Okay.
just so that you know.
So
over there you've got 2 eggs. Into that you're going to add some muscovado sugar.
Okay.
So now muscovado sugar is brown sugar with some molasses in there.
Okay.
And the reason I like using that is because that molasses adds to like that fudgy texture.
Okay.
Okay.
And a bit of flavor?
Bit of flavor as well, obviously like a sweeter sponge. Okay.
There we go, and I'm whisking it through.
You're going to whisk that through for me. To that, you're going to add some buttermilk and oil. Now, I know a lot of people, there's different ways of making sponge, right? So you can do the creaming method, all of those different types of methods out there. But oil is a liquid at room temperature. So already, you want all your ingredients, firstly, when it comes to baking, you usually want all your ingredients at the same temperature, right? So it's also just going to result in a moisture, like a bit of a moisture cake. Moist.
So when you say
moist a lot today.
When you say everything at the same temperature, I'm gonna take my earpiece out. Okay, cool. When you say same temperature, so you're talking about the buttermilk, everything.
Everything
Try
at the same
and get
temperature, except for one ingredient.
What's that?
I'm going to tell you that. So we've got some hot coffee over here. So now you'll see some chocolate recipes, so chocolate brownies. We're going to be doing some brownies later on in the show. We're doing the chocolate cake here. But chocolate and coffee are just like one of those matches that are just made in heaven.
Okay.
Okay, so the hot coffee also activates our leavening agents that we've got here, which is our baking powder and bicarb.
Explain to the people what a leavening
A
agent
leavening
is.
agent helps your cake to just arise.
It's the lift. It's the airiness and the lightness.
The lift. So, you know, sometimes in life you're feeling down.
Okay.
And you just need somebody to lift you up.
Preach, brother. Amen.
Just
Okay.
need somebody to lift you up. And that's what our baking powder and our bicarb is going to do for us today.
So South Africa, the message, what he's basically trying to say is, you need to be the baking powder in someone's life today, okay? Go and do that. Go and do that. Go and give them
Go
love.
out there and be a leavening agent.
Go be a leavening agent. Okay, so here we go.
Okay,
This is
cool.
our sugar and our, what was this again?
Eggs.
Eggs.
Yes,
Going.
so to that you're going to add in
The
all that
oil.
oil. Looks like a lot added in. And then you're going to add in your buttermilk as well. Then you've got some vanilla. I'm just going to pop that in there for you. And besides activating the leavening agents and just going lekker with our chocolate, which is our cocoa powder in this recipe, it also is going to help to dissolve that
The sugar.
Come through.
Science.
Oh, but before we do that, we're going to pop a little bit of vinegar into here because vinegar is going to react with our leavening agents as well to just make our cake nice and light.
There we go. There we go.
I can't get that spoon in there. So let's do that. Cool, that's in there. And then I'm going to help you out over here. So like I said, bicarb, baking powder in here, some cocoa powder in there as well. Mix that together. And then we're going to go wet into dry.
Right.
Also, just
Are
because
you ready
the
for
bowl
it?
is bigger.
Also, just because the bowl, you can't put anything else in it. Okay. While we're busy pouring and while we're busy mixing, you studied chefing. You even lectured
Yes.
Meneer Newman.
Yes.
Why baking? Out of everything in the foodie world, why baking?
There was one day, you know, back at band camp. No, I'm joking. So I was my earliest baking. Let's go back to my earliest baking memory. So my family, and I always say this, my family, every celebration is marked with food. Right?
Absolutely.
And I think that, like my dad, he loves cooking. My mom, she cooks also. Cooks also. But my dad really loves cooking, and my whole family, we just love eating in general. So there was one day in grade 4 in a technology class, Mrs. Greentree made us do this like fridge tart. And I was like, I like this. I like doing this type of thing. So I went home that day and I was like, Mommy, can I get into the kitchen? Can I do things? And then from then, every Sunday, I would do like the dessert.
Okay.
Right? And everybody knows
All right, okay.
a young Malva pudding was the first thing that was like.
But
the
you know, you can't go
signature.
wrong. You can't go wrong.
You know what I'm saying? So from there, and then ever since then, I just knew that somehow my future is going to be filled with lots of food. And when I left high school, it was like a no-brainer. I've obviously like deviated from the path a little bit, but food has always been that thing that just brought me back. Or I've always just come back to food and baking in general.
And baking in general.
And it's just therapeutic, man. You're
It
having a
is
stressful day.
therapeutic.
If nobody's being your leavening agent and bringing you up, bring yourself up.
Bring yourself up.
Do you know what I mean?
And so you said it's very therapeutic for you. Do you ever just wake up and go, today I'm going to bake?
Yes.
Wow, that's so...
So let me tell you, because people will come for me, especially my family once again, because they're like, so chef, when are you gonna bake for us? I'm like, I must bake when I feel that I want to bake. Do you know what I mean?
It's got to be natural. It's got to be a natural
Exactly. So
feeling.
I'll wake up and I'll be like, I feel like a chocolate ganache tart or like a salted caramel something, you know, and then I'll make that.
There we go. I like it. Okay, so Sebastian, tell me about this batter. It goes into our springform baking tin that's been sprayed already. And how long do we bake it for? Because here's the thing, right? When you bake chocolate cakes, the difference between light and airy but still moist, and then light and airy but dry is a couple of minutes. So what's a
And
taste?
also
How
with
do
a
we
chocolate
judge?
cake, it's very easy to like misjudge it. And you think,
Okay.
oh no, it can still go for a little bit. And there you opened your oven. Maybe you've got an older oven. And it's not chocolate brown anymore.
Maybe
now
it's that
black.
oven that you need to put the cricket bat in to hold it. That's fine. That's okay. I had to do that for a long time myself. There
It's
we go.
okay, but you know we work through and we grow.
So, what are we looking for when we put that toothpick in? We pull it out.
Toothpick in, you want a dry crumb. Not a dry crumb. It's not going to be completely dry. There's going to be a little bit of
Like
crumb,
a larger crumb.
like a larger crumb on there. But you don't want it to be completely dry because nobody wants a dry cake.
Not today, not ever. South Africa, Sebastian's
Okay.
not going anywhere. He's going to come back. We're going to taste the chocolate cake. And don't forget to send your voice notes through. We'll be back with more Culinary Hotline Bling!
Ting, ting, ting.
Thank you, Bianca.
Yes, we are excited. I think we're a little overexcited for today because we love the notion of turning World Baking Day into World Baking Week. In fact, a festival of baking. We will have it this week. So we wanted to put it to you to get your baking connection.
Yeah, obviously we were asking you this morning, what is your absolute favorite South African bake? Sweet or savory, it doesn't matter. Let us know and come through with some pictures, some memories and some voice notes. And a reminder to you, Mzansi, that we have our favorites, but we want to know from you. We want inspiration for Baking Day ahead of this Friday. So what have you all got to say?
Well, Teresa came through saying, good morning, my only favorite but beautiful Expresso family.
Thank you.
I have a sweet tooth, so definitely sweet. My absolute favorite bake is chocolate brownies.
Oh, yes.
Keep it simple, keep
love
it
it, love
real. I love that.
I can't say no to chocolate brownie. I'm going to be honest, guys. That's one of my pieces of kryptonite right there.
Because it's kind of part cake, part cookie. It's,
growing up, the way I knew chocolate brownies was actually like the fudgy version with the Mari biscuits inside, not the baked one.
Those sound even
so
better.
There's so many versions of
Yeah,
chocolate brownies
Like a Rocky
too.
Road vibe with marshmallows and all sorts of crazy stuff. I love it.
We've got a Thuli coming through next. Says, good morning, guys. Definitely triple chocolate ganache cake.
Wow.
A triple chocolate
Just
ganache
go there
cake.
then. Hey, just
Whoa.
take
The
it there.
Matilda cake.
I'm here for that.
Yeah.
And Marsh is also coming through saying, good morning, Expresso show. I'm a sweet tooth. I have a lot of favorites. Cook Sister, lemon meringue, chocolate cake, carrot cake, and I'm starting to like milk tart as well. Wow.
How do you say you're South African without saying you're South African?
The top 5 South African desserts right there. Well played. Nice list.
Delicious. Here is another one that came through from Yasmina saying, love baking. Chocolate brownies with lots of nuts. Chocolate pieces is a yum with a bit of cream. Ooh, that sounds amazing. And Gail says, good morning, family. My favorite bake is a delicious apple crumble served with ideal milk. Just love it. The apples should be slightly sour to taste, so even more specific.
Wow, getting quite
with her
nuanced
favorite.
there.
Maybe a little bit warm too. Gosh, guys, you're making me hungry. You're getting us all involved. I mean, everyone's excited in
We're
the
just
studio
smashing
as well.
plates in the kitchen because it's just so exciting. Yes, it is World Baking Day on Friday, and we want to know, what are those most nostalgic, those favorite bakes of yours that have that memory, that feeling that come with them? Let us know on our social media platforms, or better yet, send us videos and pictures. And by the sounds of it, we're going to see a lot of chocolate cake and chocolate everywhere, but we are here for that. And of course, the culinary hotline will continue on the other side of this break with more baking going on.
It will indeed. We're going to take a short break from the cake and we're going to dive into the world of environmental news and talking about celebrating our farmers, celebrating SA and everything that the environment brings for us and how we need to nurture it.
We'll see you in just a bit.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You can see my face has lit up, and it's going to be like this, I think, for the whole day today. This is an inspirational one. Next, we are putting the spotlight on two incredible South African environmental champions, and that description falls horribly short. I'm talking about Sinagugu Zukulu and Nontle Mbutuma, who were recently honored as joint winners of the 35th edition of the now very famous Goldman Environmental Prize Awards, known, if you will, as the Green Nobel Awards. It's big. Held in San Francisco in the US. This is an initiative that honors grassroots activists, leaders from across the globe for their achievements in protecting the natural world. And Sinagugu and Nontle were both labeled as opposed to development and faced literally assassination threats during their individual efforts to halt titanium dune mining along the Wild Coast in South Africa. And both heroes join us in studio to share just a little bit of their story. Thank you so much for being here this morning. I know it's a very early start, but I have a feeling you are both very used to getting up early and doing what you do. So congratulations to both of you. The deeper I dive into the space, the more I realize what an honor this is, because it also speaks to you having more tools to be able to do what you do. But first, can you please talk us through the Goldman Environmental Prize and what it actually means to you to be receiving this award? Maybe Sinagugu, you want to kick us off?
Thank you. Good morning to the viewers at home. It is an honor because when you decide to become an activist or to fight to protect the environment, you don't do that in order to get recognition.
Or accolades.
Yes, or accolades. But when you do, it encourages you, but also, most important, it encourages other people who are watching so that they can understand that it is worthwhile doing what we are doing.
And there is a lot of funding in the pool around you. There are a lot of like-minded people with weapons, tools to be able to use. It's a network. It plugs you into a global network.
Yes.
That being said, to get up and do this every day speaks to a far deeper motivation. Assassination threats, I would imagine the challenges were endless and still are in this fight because it never ends. What kept you motivated? Why is that fire burning within you, Nontle?
First of all, let me say good morning to the viewers and also at home. You know what motivates me to keep going, even if I see that it's quite difficult and there's quite a lot of death threats, is that when you fight for your home, you fight with anything that you have.
And
because,
everything.
Yes, the Mother Earth is the home of everyone. When you see something is coming to destroy your Mother Earth, which is something that it makes you live long, you need to do everything. That is why we motivated, and also the communities that are around us, they give us more strength, because also the fight is not only me and Sinagugu, but the entire community also is doing the same.
Home.
It's their home. And it makes you happy when you see that what you've seen is not only you, but also the others, they've seen the same thing that you've seen on the ground, that we need to protect the environment as we used to protect before, because the global warming is affecting all of us. It doesn't matter you are rich or you are poor.
For sure. We are on one level basis point now, right now, and I think the environment has proven that over the last year. Hottest year we've experienced in the history of humanity, just being one pressure point.
Yeah.
The biodiversity on the Wild Coast, anyone who's been there leaves a little part of their spirit, their soul there, because it is unmatched in its wild and natural beauty. What would this kind of activity had done to the marine life in that area? Why was the danger so dire that you needed to do this work?
Okay, Wild Coast is a very special place. Our ocean has got a high endemism. That means there are lots of marine species that are endemic, that are only found there. But it's not only the marine, but also the land, which is adjacent to that ocean, is also a center of endemism. We've got 196 endemic species.
Wow.
So, but also I think it is important for people to understand that Shell has been drilling for oil in other places, like the Niger Delta in Nigeria, in Ogoniland. And the level of pollution that it has caused, the people of Ogoniland cannot fish anymore. They cannot plant their crops anymore. And they are busy in courts all over the world trying to chase Shell to compensate them for their losses.
You can't reverse the damage.
For the loss, exactly. And it's still going on now. It has been like that for the past 50 years. And so livelihoods do matter. People need healthy ecosystem in order to thrive. Even our economy requires healthy ecosystems. So we cannot therefore sit and watch whilst there is a potential risk for the ecosystems to be destroyed.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, this same conversation is being echoed every day on the show. It doesn't matter whether we're talking about fashion, whether we're talking about food, whether we're talking about farm or wild spaces. The people will only be okay if the environment around them is okay. We understand that. So being so used to having your face against the wind, against the storm, being able to be surrounded by like-minded people from every sector of life when you won this award. What did that feel like, stepping into that room, stepping onto that stage to receive this? And I know you're very humble in receiving this award, but it must have been an amazing moment to see the world, and look at those visuals, see the world galvanized, motivated to do what you need to do. What was that feeling like, Nonhle?
You know, the feeling I can't explain. It's unexplainable because as an activist, to be recognized, your work, which is a tireless work, which is a 24/7, and also our communities, because it's not just only recognizing the activist.
It's who you represent.
Yes, whom you represent. It means that the work that we are doing to protect the Mother Earth is being recognized eventually. And we appreciate that. We want to see that continues, because all of us, we need clean environment in order to live long. That is why I was like dreaming when I see that. I was wish that my grandfather, that also, he was the strong environmental activist by birth. He is still alive to see that the seeds that he produced, he's still doing the same thing.
Oh, if anything, growing even stronger. I love this. I have no doubt that he is unbelievably proud of you and your efforts. I have a feeling this is just the tip of the spear as well in terms of what you're going to be able to do now that you have got this marker in the sand. This has set a precedent. I think we are all going to owe you a great debt of gratitude. Thank you so much for fighting this fight every single day on behalf of the environment, the communities that you represent and support. We will keep up on our social media platforms as much as we can about what is happening in this area and how you can connect with these two absolute warriors and feed into what they're doing there. But we'll mark this as a success, not just for South Africa, but for the whole globe. A massive new precedent set. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, it's time for some fun and games on your Feel Good Breakfast show. And some of you may know that uncomfortable feeling you get from being lactose intolerant, such as an upset stomach, or you may be aware that you are lactose intolerant but struggle to manage it. Now, we are about to put our contenders to the test to see how much they know about lactose intolerance in our quiz. And G-Man, you have to come and join me because it's going to be Graham versus Ryle. And if this is maybe something that you struggle with, then play along as you might discover some ways to better manage it. So, gents, are you ready?
Yeah, let's
I've got a bit of a quiz. It is a competition, so perhaps start off by saying your name first before the answer. How does that
sound? Do aggressive like that, like Graham, like Zoe would. Graham, just lay down the law, okay?
Maybe, yeah. Aggression is welcome.
So I didn't mean to poke the bear. I'm sorry, I poked the bear there. Sorry, man. I know you're a bit scared.
It's all good. So I'm going to ask you to answer the following questions as true or false.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Oh, I like that, yeah.
Okay, well, let's take a look at our first question. It just disappeared in front of me. Okay. Lactose intolerance is caused by a deficiency of an enzyme in the body called lactase.
Graham. It sounds true. I'm going to go true, man.
Let's see if Graham is correct.
Well
dun, 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 dun. The answer is true. Lactase, it breaks down the lactose found in food, and the absence of this enzyme causes lactose intolerance symptoms. So there we go. There we have our answer.
Where's the lactase, yo?
Ah, well, listen, we get to enjoy some lactose-free milk. Enjoy your no-lac. There we go. Okay, round 2. I need your names first. This is also a true or false question. Is lactose found in dairy products a sugar or a preservative?
Graham. I have to say sugar, man, because sugar's the root of all evil, isn't it? I don't know this, but I'm going to put a guess and say true.
Okay. Well, sorry.
Can I say false then?
So, are you saying a preservative?
I'm going to say it's a preservative, yeah.
I'm going to say
sugar. A sugar. Let's see. What is our answer? Lactose is a sugar found in dairy products. So, G-Man, you are correct.
And I was very cheekily asking, am I breaking my intermittent fasting if I have the lactose-free milk? That's brilliant.
Makes sense. Okay.
Nice.
Now, gents, name 2 symptoms of lactose intolerance.
Raul?
Yeah.
I think you'd either have like irritable bowels, like your stomach would start cramping, and I think you'd also possibly have like bloating as well, like stomach pain. So I think it would work with the pain, it would run, it would all the things you don't want to happen in the stomach area.
Man.
I think, hopefully that's right.
With confidence, man. I think
You've
given
I got all the options.
Look at that. You absolutely
Nausea, bloating,
Oh,
diarrhea, stomach cramps, eczema. So if you're drinking, dairy and you experiencing those symptoms, you might be lactose intolerant.
I love it. You must answer with confidence, but I think she's giving you PTSD from this game.
That's exactly
You might even win this one. You don't know.
I'm hosting. It's not a competition.
You don't have to be scared.
Somehow I can still lose against the host.
I think she's going to beat both of us. I don't know why.
I'm really not that bad, I promise. I promise. Okay, next question. What is the macronutrient in milk that is required in large amounts for bone growth and repair?
Graham. Ooh, calcium. Must be calcium, eh?
Let's
gotta
see.
be,
I want to say creatine.
I would say that's a micronutrient, but anyway, yeah.
Wow, hey.
Definitely the answer.
Don't be an
most
upstart. Don't go against the boss. Come on.
It's the important one. Okay. Answer yes or no. Are you ready?
Yes.
Can lactose intolerance be cured?
Raul?
Yes.
I don't think so, no. It
Okay.
cannot be cured, no.
Okay.
But you can learn to live with
It
it.
can be managed,
Yes,
hey? That
you
can be
can
managed.
manage it.
Okay, well, just for the sake of fun, if I'm allowed, ma'am, I'm going to say, yes, it can be cured.
Did you just age me by a few years? Let's take a look.
Ooh,
Raul
okay,
is
so I was
correct.
right. Yeah.
No, there is no treatment for lactose intolerance, but you can manage your symptoms by including lactose-free products like Clover No-Lac into your diet.
And it does make a big difference.
And you get to enjoy all of those delicious meals that you love that requires dairy, but you remove the lactose, so you get
the
to enjoy
discomfort,
it.
man. Well done.
There we go. Well, there you have it. Clover No-Lac full cream fresh milk is a lactose-free milk that gives you all the dairy goodness you need and free you from the side effects such as bloating that comes with being lactose intolerant. Now, it's easy to digest and it is a great source of calcium and vitamin C. Now, you can be free with Clover No-Lac.
So Zoe won, eh?
Say goodbye to nausea and cramps and say hello to delicious freedom with No-Lac's range of lactose-free milk and yogurt. Be free with lactose-free.
This is good, just by the way.
Who actually won that? I think I took about 1 point. The South African 1 point.
Equal. There was 2 and 2.
Yes,
I feel
ma'am.
like
Yes, it
wasn't
was.
Yes, ma'am. We won't argue with her.
Okay, well, listen, why don't we take a quick break on your Feel Good Breakfast show? We'll go recalculate the telly. But when we get back, we spoke about this earlier, is getting your home ready for autumn,
the cozy
bridging
bubble.
it into winter. We're going to bring you all of those home essentials you would want to include in your home with Megan Pedro a little bit later.
Bring on the cuddles, I'm here for it.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh yes, Mzansi, welcome back. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We still got so much to look forward to right now. We've got culinary conundrums ahead of World Baking Day. We've got Nian now entertaining us, and we still have official duties to get through. And speaking of, Zoe's standing by with the latest, so let's tuck into it right now.
Thank you, Ral. Let's start off with your national headlines. President Cyril Ramaphosa will sign the controversial National Health Insurance Bill today. The plan is to implement the National Health Insurance, which will cost billions of rand in phases. Meanwhile, opposition against the signing into law of the bill is increasing. Business Unity SA has vowed to challenge it in court, saying it's unimplementable and damaging to South Africa's healthcare sector. The SA Health Professionals Collaboration Group said its recommendations throughout the parliamentary process regarding the bill were systematically ignored. And the George municipality in the Western Cape says the death toll in the building collapse last Monday has risen to 33, with 19 people still unaccounted for. 6 of the deceased have so far been positively identified, and 6 of the 33 people who died are women. Rescue workers have been working for some 200 hours since the apartment building, which was under construction, collapsed. Several people have come forward since the help of psychologists who speak Chewa, Portuguese and Shona was requested. Moving to news beyond our own borders, some 450,000 Palestinians have fled from Rafah over the past week, the UN says. This as Israeli tanks reportedly push deeper into the southern Gaza city. UNRWA, the UN agency for Palestinian refugees, says people face constant exhaustion, hunger and fear. Israel's military says it is continuing operations against terror targets in the east of the city, where more than 1 million people have been sheltering. Israeli operations of late in the north of Gaza have displaced a further 100,000 people. And a yacht has sunk in Moroccan waters in the Strait of Gibraltar after being rammed by an unknown number of orcas, Spain's maritime rescue services have said. 2 people aboard the vessel Alboran Cognac were rescued by a passing oil tanker after the incident. It was the latest in the series of orca ramming of vessels around the Strait of Gibraltar during the past 4 years. Scientists are unsure about the exact causes of the ramming, but believe that these highly intelligent mammals could be displaying copycat or playful behavior. And finally, legendary and award-winning singer-songwriter Stevie Wonder is officially Ghanaian. On his 74th birthday on Monday, he was officially granted Ghanaian citizenship by the national president Nana Akufo-Addo in a ceremony at the Presidential Palace in Accra. A beaming Wonder received a citizenship certificate and a birthday cake adorned with the Ghanaian flag. Expressing his joy, Wonder described gaining Ghanaian nationality on his birthday as an amazing thing. Although born and raised in Michigan in the USA, Wonder has long felt a connection to Ghana, expressing a desire to live there since the 1970s due to his ancestral ties. His love for Ghana continues, culminating in his official citizenship, marking by his happiness and traditional attire at the ceremony. Well, that is where we leave your headlines. Let's take another look at the sport.
Zoe, thank you so much for that beautiful story. Let's see if I can kill the vibe a little bit in a crucial match. Erling Haaland's brace eased Manchester City past Tottenham Hotspur 2-0, edging closer now to a historic 4th consecutive English title. It's going to take some stopping. Haaland's clinic against West Ham on Sunday will crown Pep Guardiola's team champions for the 4th successive season, regardless of Arsenal's results. To all of the other teams Spurs let down last night, I apologise. Now let's look at one of those particular teams. Manchester United central defender Raphael Varane has announced that he will be leaving the club officially at the end of the season. Varane, who of course joined United back in 2021 after a decade at Real Madrid, has made 67 league appearances for the club and helped them win the League Cup in 2023. However, injuries have impacted his time at the club undoubtedly, and he has been sidelined since April this year due to a muscle injury. Despite this, Varane hopes to be available for their FA Cup final against Manchester City on the 25th of May. So still something in it for them this season. Now let's turn to golf, and in a star-studded pairing for the PGA Championship, top-ranked Scotty Scheffler, fresh off his Masters win and pretty much winning everything, including fatherhood, teams up with major champions Brian Harman and Wyndham Clark. What a team. So Scheffler's recent dominance, claiming 4 of his past 5 starts, adds some extra intrigue to the tournament's opening rounds at Valhalla. Meanwhile, second-ranked Rory McIlroy also packing a punch there, partners up with Justin Rose and Dustin Johnson. It's going to be fireworks. Now let's turn to Rome. In fact, as we get back into tennis, and Daniel Medvedev's title defense came crumbling down as Tommy Paul swept him aside 6-1, 6-4 in their last 16 clash yesterday. So struggling to find his rhythm, clearly Medvedev faced his first defeat against Paul, who secured his maiden victory over the former US champion. He looked good doing it. The American's stellar performance now sets up an exciting quarterfinal showdown against Hubert Hurkacz, who ousted Rafa Nadal earlier in the tournament. Bit of a sign of the times ahead of the world's first Grand Slam, the French Open, coming up pretty soon, but we'll certainly watch that space. Likewise, the roads, as they should start waking up now. Raul's got the latest on the traffic front. Let's see if we need to be aware of anything.
Thank you so much, G-Man. Yes, let's talk traffic right now and see how we can assist you. Now let's move to Johannesburg and Midrand. Now there is heavy congestion on the N1 southbound between New Road and Brakfontein interchange. And as you can see from the visuals, you can definitely expect delays. So maintain a safe following distance and plan your route accordingly. We now stick to Johannesburg and move over to Germiston. There is a stationary vehicle on the N12 westbound before Craft Road. Now the left lane is closed, so please do approach the affected area with caution and do drive carefully. From Johannesburg, we move over to Cape Town, and there seems to be congestion on the N7. That's northbound at Bosmansdam. You can see from the visuals here that you will be expecting delays if passing through the area. So I think for anybody heading out on the roads this morning, buckle up, stay safe, and plan accordingly. From the roads, let's now head to the sky and see what's happening in the latest when it comes to weather. All right, let's jump into the world of weather right now, and let's take a moment this morning to appreciate the SA Weather Service, the SAWS, and that's for its crucial role in providing us with essential meteorological information every morning. Now, it was established in October 1860, and SAWS operates under the government's Department of Environmental Affairs and Tourism, collaborating internationally as a member of the World Meteorological Organization. Now, it manages numerous local weather stations and international stations on Gough Island, Marion Island, and Antarctica, and offers near real-time weather radar with only a 5-minute delay. Now, this is covering most of the country, including areas such as the Kruger National Park. Now, 30 to 40 drifting weather buoys are also annually deployed. So let's recognize and value the SAWS invaluable service in keeping us informed about weather conditions. And I can definitely say we absolutely appreciate all the warnings. Another thing that we do appreciate is our sunrise view of the hour. And look at this shot sent by Maggie Govender all the way in South Beach, Durban. And Durban is looking absolutely beautiful right now. Look at that shot. Oh, absolute winner, Maggie. Thank you for coming through. The bar's been set, Mzansi, and in the next hour we will do it all again. I don't know if it'll match up to the prowess and the elegance of this shot, but we'll share it nonetheless. The number's 063-408-8863. Let's see if you can beat that shot right there. But for now, though, let's see what temperatures you can expect on your side of town.
your Feel Good Breakfast show right here on S3. And I always tell you, we're here to have fun, but we're also here to have important conversations. We're sitting with some of the people that honestly are doing the work that matters when it comes to agriculture. And this is why I say with confidence that ABSA is not just a bank. No, they are also the people who are genuinely and truly behind agriculture and funding in South Africa. When we talk about crafting solutions as well as those that are financial and non-financial for their agri clients, these are the people who do it best. And they're not just keeping it in the boardroom. No, they're taking it to the Nampa show this week in terms of making sure that we 100% see the visibility, but also make the difference. They're pitching their tent, and today the person that is here to tell us all about it is none other than the lead economist in agribusiness at ABSA. It is, of course, Marlene Lowe. Marlene, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm amazing, thank you. Marlene, do you see how we're matching today?
Yep.
Right?
Looks good.
I like it. I like it for us. Now, ABSA isn't just matching up with agriculture in South Africa, but you guys are also honestly doing the work that matters, like I said. So tell us a little bit about the show that you guys are going to be getting involved in, the Nampo show that's happening in Bothaville in Free State. I know it's very exciting for you guys. What do we need to know about it?
Nampo is one of the largest agricultural shows in the Southern Hemisphere. It attracts about 80,000 customers or visitors. There's 750 exhibitors.
Yes.
But it's much more than a trade show. It's a place where all the different stakeholders in agri comes together to talk about and find solutions for the pressing problems that the industry is facing, and also for business-to-business interaction and just a bit of a good time in getting to see what agri offers, and also some exposure for the city slickers to get their hands a little dirty.
I like that. You see, this is why I love ABSA, because you guys aren't just about, doing the work, but you're also like, let's have a good time as well. So, of course, you guys are getting involved in the tents and the situation that's happening there and getting into a little bit of a glamping vibe. Why is it so important for you to be in that space?
So Bothaville is a small town. It has about 50,000 residents, and you can imagine with 80,000 visitors being attracted to the show, accommodation is really an issue. So for people further afield from, let's say if you're further from Gauteng or the Free State, those guys could typically do a one-day visit.
Yes.
But the other provinces typically struggle to do an in and out in one day, and we also want those provinces to be exposed to the technology, the conversations, and everything that's happening at Nampo. So for that, we're setting up a tented camp, like you said, a glamping camp.
Yes.
And this is to provide the opportunity for guys that need to stay over, that they can do it. And we're offering this to our clients and some other important stakeholders that we feel need to be there to engage.
Yeah, so you guys are pitching your tent in more ways than one, I suppose. I love that. Now, when we talk about agriculture in South Africa, so many South Africans don't actually know just how much our food relies on the agriculture business that happens in our country. So speak to us about this. How is ABSA getting involved in the industry and also keeping us fed, I suppose?
Yeah, so ABSA is the largest agricultural financier in South Africa.
Sure.
And so I think what differentiates ABSA as a financier is that we really understand that agriculture is a cyclical business. So the ebbs and flows of how business is going is really something that we understand, and we structure our finance accordingly. And I think that also sets up our clients and the broader industry at large to flourish and focus on what they should be doing, which is farming.
Yes, and I love that you guys are doing that. I mean, I think when we talk about, the fact that South Africa also needs to get to a certain place in terms of farming as well as agriculture, it's incredible that you guys are the largest one. So thank you for that. Thank you from all of us as South Africans. But of course we know that, we've had a lot of pressure on us as South Africans when it comes to food prices and everything else in between in that particular place. So what exactly can we expect going forward, especially as the senior economist?
Yeah, so I think I can be the bearer of good news there.
Yes.
So what we've seen over the last couple of years has really been related to things outside of agri. So if you think about the war in the Ukraine that really affected grain prices internationally, if you think about shipping disruptions, which affected the rhythm of trade, so the supply of food and foodstuffs around the world, and then obviously locally load shedding has also had a bearing on the prices that we see on the shelf.
Yeah.
And I think in two of those cases, load shedding and international grain prices have stabilized. So load shedding incidents have really decreased, and we've seen most of the soft commodity agricultural prices globally trending downward. So we hope that we're over the worst in terms of food inflation, and that basket that you take to the till can stabilize or
that is
lose
good
momentum.
news. Yes, thank goodness. I absolutely love that, Marlene, and I'm so excited for all of us as a country. But I know you guys are excited about the Nampo show. It's happening till Friday. Please tell us, is it okay for, you know, the ABSA clients to come through, pop in, say hi to you guys?
Yeah, of course, of course. So as I've mentioned, the event is hosted by Grain SA, and if anyone that's interested can go onto Ticket Pro and buy a ticket, and then drive on through to Bothaville and drop in.
I love it. And are you going to be there?
Yes, I am.
Oh, come on. You're ready for a good time.
Yes.
I love it. Thank you so much, Marlene.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course. And Expresso family, we will see you there at the Nampo show. As you heard, you can get yourself some tickets just by heading over to ticketpro.com. But, my friend, I also want to say, don't forget, you can go and pop in and say hi to the ABSA family, chat to some of the agribusiness specialists, and more than anything else, go and be a part of this beautiful experience in terms of making agribusiness in South Africa grow more and more the way that ABSA does. You're still on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Make sure you don't go anywhere.
There are stories of strivers, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.
Oh, thank you, Zanele. Well, we are taking a quick break on your Feel Good Breakfast show. When we get back, Megan Pedro, she is here and she's ready to bring autumn into your home. Look at this beautiful setting. We'll be unpacking every single item. And speaking of home, we are also looking at our handy heroes for all of the painting experts you need. That and a whole lot more still on its way.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
It is your Feel Good Breakfast show. Welcome back. You are just in time because a new season, it calls for new homeware. And it's also time to switch things up, bring in some of those autumnal tones, your silky soft linens, and of course, the fluffiest of towels. Now, here to tell us how to build the perfect foundation for these elegant essentials is stylist and blogger Megan Pedro, and I am loving the giant spread you brought for us
Oh
today.
my goodness, this is the best sleepover we're going to have.
Oh, best sleepover indeed. Now, let's talk basics. We want to build this bed from the essential. In fact, let's start with the basic linen.
Okay.
Because that is key. When it comes to Woolworths, it's all about quality and comfortability. Now, what are some of those basics we should all invest in?
Okay, that's a great way to start. I think that a beautiful baseline for starting, let's start at 180 thread count, right?
Okay.
So if we talk about thread count, technically the higher you go, the more luxurious.
Okay.
Which I think is always nice because it shows technically the thread count is how many threads there are in a square inch. So
Okay.
just think about that there's probably more, how it feels, that's the basic of that.
It will last longer, it's better quality, so you want to opt for a higher thread count, and 180 is a good starting point?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
I mean, what is great about 180, it's wrinkle resistant, you know, all of the favorite things that I absolutely love. So again, we start at 180, you go up into the 200s. Again, you feel it, slightly more luxurious. And then you see this kind of sheen on a bedding, and you think, what is this? This is 400 thread count Egyptian cotton.
I was about to ask, does that mean we've reached the Egypt side?
Yes.
Because the higher the thread, I know Egyptian cotton's right up there.
Oh, and you can absolutely feel it. I mean, you can just see the sheen on this. It is so luxurious. And what is great about this is also a really good transitional, you know, bedding for this type of season because it's really not too hot, it's not too heavy. So it's great for that kind of layering, which we've done here. You can see the various throws and my favorite, the faux fur. We've layered, and I think that's the perfect, you know, key piece for this kind of season as well.
Okay. So we've spoken about the basics because you always need the basics in place. Now let's talk about the essentials, Megan's essentials to make this haven come alive. And let's sort of start with that fluffy faux fur
Fluffy faux fur. Okay, this is really, really one of the key pieces that I'm calling out because, I mean, the blankets really are so luxurious and so beautiful. I sent Clem quite an extensive video the previous week of just touching all of the blankets and just like asking which kind of one, because a blanket is really something that you want to upgrade every single year, and I think that it's such a lovely way to do it. It goes from room to room, and it really sets a mood.
It literally goes from this room to the lounge, on the couch, then back to the room, and you just get a lot of use out of it.
Carl was actually telling me how his dog knows to take the blanket to various rooms.
I need a dog in my life.
I mean, that's just so beautiful.
So, Megan, I love how you've brought through layers, because that's another thing that creates that cozy atmosphere is layering your different throws. And we have various different textures here. So I'm going to mess the bedding so that we can show you. So first up, corduroy.
Oh, yes. Oh, so beautiful. And again, that textured like diamond design really adds something so beautiful and puffy and amazing.
It adds a nice puffiness to it. So we've got the corduroy. What have we got here? Because this is also beautiful. Look at this detail.
I mean, an anti-wrinkle again, so you can literally fold up for the next season and it's just divine. The colorway, let me call out the colorway, because this rust color is everywhere at the moment. We're seeing it in all of our homewares. So from the plates and cutlery and crockery all the way through. And it really does, you know, have such a beautiful different texture. You can see this in the kind of velour, the velvet. It just creates such a beautiful, again, layering your textures, I'm a big, big fan.
Layering your textures, having the same color palette creates the best foundation. Okay, we have spoken about these pillows, but I need to show you these beauties here, because it's got the corduroy on the one side, but it's got the fluff on the other side. Look at that.
How absolutely luxurious. I mean, I am someone who really does like, you know, a cotton or even a silk to sleep on. So that would make me really, really warm, but it's so nice to kind of cuddle up with. And it really is one of those, you know, the design pieces that you have on your bed that just make it just look. I'm walking from room to room exactly like that. But then when you talk about the plushness, I have a microfiber duvet. Is it on your side of it?
Yes, it is.
Oh my goodness. So that is
have
a
it right here.
tog. Okay. When I talk about togs, that is the level or the strength of just the fluffiness, I would say.
Okay.
So it goes from 1 to 15 traditionally.
Okay.
So 5 is another great way. It's a light to medium, which is really nice.
So that's perfect for transitional because it's not fully cold yet, but it's no longer summer. This is
and
autumn.
you need that, you know, you also want that really, really lightweight. I absolutely love a lightweight because, you know, sometimes we actually have a weighted blanket on top of that, which really does also provide a nice comfort. But this really is breathable, I can go on about this, okay? Antimicrobial, antibacterial, we can keep going.
Perfect for the whole family every single season. Now, we've spoken about the bedroom. We've brought in the fluffy, the plush, the textures.
Yes.
Towels. Towels is another must-have. And you have to have a great towel, because I have to tell you, we were gifted towels for my birthday, and they were so beautiful on appearance, but they do not dry us. And they are not our favorites because you do this and there's still water, and you do this and the water's not absorbing.
You need a towel audition, and I feel like maybe in stores we need a little bit of a water bowl just
and
to kind of
testing it
feel.
out.
Okay, so I'll do that for you basically.
Okay.
So we've got your everyday range. Again, we're starting with an everyday range, but let me tell you, this is luxury already, okay? This is absolutely beautiful. Again, easy drying, because you want to throw it into the washing machine, and you want it to come out and just be, you know, ready
And these
to go.
are our essential cotton towels.
Essential cotton, 100% cotton, which we love. Then we move on to a very interesting range, your snag-free range.
Okay.
Now, we love a snag-free towel, because there's nothing worse than having a towel
and you see it and it looks tatty and it's
100%. So this is your snag-free range. And then you can see we're kind of almost building steps, because we get over here, your Egyptian cotton. I mean, this is also a zero twist, which means that in the process of making it, there hasn't been twists, which means that it is fluffier. So you can see how it sits. That's the towel.
That is beautiful. Oh, Megan, I love everything you brought. I know all of them are white, but you can see they're all different. Look at the fluffiness. Oh, well, listen, you can build your home with these beautiful basics and add your personal flair. And you can shop bedroom and bathroom essentials and more at Woolworths. Do so in-store, online, as well as on the Woolies app. Okay, I'm just going to get very comfortable here.
Let's get cozy.
Big love is in the tiny details. Every second, every nook, every stitch. The details make the difference.
Well, from building the interior look and feel, and we stress the word feel, the comfy zone, to getting the hard job done. It's time for another episode of our Handy Heroes series. We love it. It's a tribute to the wealth of knowledge found at our local hardware and paint stores, and it's incredible.
It really is. Now, today, experts from Paint Emporium and Hardware in 4 Ways unveil their top Plascon selections and priceless painting expertise. Check it out.
Powered by Plascon, today's handy hero comes from Paint Emporium 4 Ways.
Broadacre Shopping Centre is known for customer service and also for product diversity and also the knowledge we carry in the store. I think if you don't see the name Paint Emporium Hardware, the way we handle you as a customer is going to impress. I think if you don't see the name Paint Emporium Hardware, the way we handle you as a customer is going to impress you. Plascon has been a leader in the market since 1900s. They top of service-wise, product range, visibility, quality, all of that will make Plascon sell. All in all, for exterior is still the leader in the market, I believe. And the interior paint Cashmere is the only matte paint side that you can sell with confidence that's definitely washable. For me, whenever I hear you saying I want to renovate, I will jump on waterproofing immediately. I will say, please, come see me when your shell is ready. Let's waterproof the whole thing, floors, walls, and then you tile. Then it's like a tank. You'll never have those problems. So DIY motto, yes. Get the right knowledge, get the right product, get the right price if you're price sensitive. And then, yeah, project manage it from there.
Handy Heroes, powered by Plascon. We've got this.
Literally the A-team. I love it. Paint on. Handy Heroes, let's colour the world with Plascon and turn every DIY dream into a vibrant reality. Has that got you inspired to paint your house again, dude?
Definitely, and I think for the season coming up now, we spoke about waterproofing too, which is absolutely important. So get your place prepared for the season, and of course, they've got all the options that you need.
When the cracks start to show, our strength and resilience is legendary. Micatex, strong enough to endure anything.
We're going to take the quickest of breaks when we return. And yes, I know a lot of you have just crawled back into bed after that crazy little session here. It's okay. You can watch from bed for the next hour and a half. We have got you covered. We're going to have a whole lot of fun. Of course, it is celebrating on our culinary hotline today, World Baking Day, which is Friday, but we've made it a festival of baking throughout the week. And a lot of people have spoken about chocolate brownies this morning, so par for the course. We shall be making them, and Baz is in the house.
Ooh.
An extraordinaire here to help us whip up, I would imagine, the best brownie ever.
It is going to be the best brownies ever, and we're going to add another sensational delight to that. I'm talking about ice cream. Kukle got the opportunity to head over to Paul's homemade ice cream, and you get the opportunity too if you stay around and pay attention to this. Don't go anywhere.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to the kitchen this fine Wednesday for the Culinary Hotline Bling! Now, Sebastian Newman has already delivered one amazing chocolate cake, and we have a final shot of it. It looks so good with a perfect slice, but we're keeping the chocolate train going. Sebastian, what's next?
We're doing a ooey gooey chocolate brownie.
So here's the thing, right? I upset Sebastian a little bit because I was like, please, will you bake the brownie according to like my standards, how I like a brownie? My brownie is so soft that it can't even stand together on its own, okay?
Perfect.
I need the brownie to be like liquid chocolate, and thank you for delivering. And today, Sebastian's gonna tell you just how to do that. But let's get started off with actually our beautiful, no, not the cake. We've got our beautiful viewers on the line. We've got some voice notes we want to listen to. Let's listen to the first one. Ready to go.
Morning, Expresso team. My name is Digos. I want to ask Sebastian, how does he make his cake wet? Because I always make my one dry. It always come out dry. So what's the secret there to make it like soft?
I think
I'm gonna say nothing. Go.
I think Digos is looking for the word moist.
So Digos is asking, what is the trick to having a cake remain moist? And you already gave us one tip, which was using oil, which is a good one.
Oil,
what else can you do? Which I think is also, we're gonna touch on it a bit with the brownie. What else can you do to get that moisture in the cake?
One important thing is not to overbake your cake. So you know, like I was saying earlier, when you're going to test it, so you do the toothpick test, so you do your knife test into your cake and you want it to come out clean. With this cake especially, you'll get a little bit of a crumb still on your cake, and that's okay.
we were always taught, like, we want that toothpick to come out clean. It's not always the case for every single cake.
And also, can I say this?
Yes, you can.
Thank you. A lot of people are like very into like, oh, baking is this thing, I can't do it, it's so daunting, it's whatever. The recipe has been written for you. Follow the recipe and you got...
Read the recipe twice, the ingredient list and the method, then start cooking. Because people...
Also, Digos make this chocolate cake.
Yes, Digos, you're going to make this brownie. So, Bas, what I'm going to ask you to do, I'm going to ask you to get started on the brownie, then I'm going to come back to you to find out what you've done. Because we've got 2 more voice notes. Listen to the next one.
Hi, Expresso family. I love making chocolate cake for my family, but I'm not exactly a baker. When I do it with the recipe, and the recipe will tell me a time for it to be in the oven. Let's say 30 to 35 minutes. So I'll put the cake in the oven and I'll do the full 35 minutes. When I put a toothpick in, it comes out clean, but when I cut into the cake after I've iced it, it's not fully cooked and it's so disappointing and disheartening. I haven't given up because I love baking for my family, but is there any tips?
She said but I think I know what she was about to say. So here's the thing, right? This has happened to me as well, okay? Where I've baked the cake, I put the toothpick in, and it comes out clean, but then I cut it, and there's still like a little bit of a runny batter in the center. So, Professor Newman, can you help us with that?
Okay, so 2 things that I think she might be doing.
Okay.
Number 1, when you're testing your cake, let's just use this knife over here. When you're testing your cake, right, make sure that you go into the center.
The thickest part,
The thickest part of it, right? And that's what you're going to do. If you're going to go on the side, that bakes first. Because obviously, when you put it in your baking tin, the baking tin is an inductor of the heat. So that's going to cook from the outside in. Right? So that's one thing. So just make sure she must do it in the middle. And the other thing is ovens are different. All ovens are different, okay? Especially if you're cooking without fan-forced heat. If you're using fan-forced heat, you need to lower your oven temperature just a little bit as to what the recipe says, because it might cook a little bit faster on the outside and still be uncooked on the inside.
I get you. Okay, Sebastian, you're going to do
and
this...
last thing. She can also know a cake is fully baked. When you touch it, it will spring back.
Okay, the spring back.
Yes.
Gentle touchy, like you're
not... Like you do to the ever in the store.
No, we're watching you. Okay, Sebastian, tell us very quickly what you're going to do in case we don't get to the end.
Okay, got you. So
flour, cocoa?
Flour, cocoa in here. Then we're adding a little bit of salt, because you know with anything sweet, salt brings out that flavor.
Absolutely.
Then over there, you've got some melted butter in the pan. To that, you're going to add all of the sugar and half of that chocolate. I'm going to steal half of that chocolate and put it into my batter here. Now you're asking me why you're putting half in here, because when it bakes, that chocolatey goodness is just going to also...
I'm going in, right?
Going in.
Okay, tell me.
Chocolatey goodness is just going to go in there, and also that's why when you test your brownie, you're not going to get a clean knife.
We don't want that.
We don't want that.
So let's talk to the example of what we did. So this is what happens when you underbake, right? And underbaking sounds like a bad thing, but the results tell me that looks bad. No. So underbaking is when you're not evaporating the moisture. I'll say evaporating as a sense of a word.
Fully baking.
You're fully baking, but you're locking in all that moisture. It's ooey and it's gooey, and it's not as firm. But when it comes to brownies, that spectrum of like how people want it done between like cakey, fudgy, gooey.
So also another thing, you're talking about a cakey brownie, right? A cakey brownie, if we did butter, creamed it with our sugar, we're going to get more of a sponge texture.
Okay.
What we're doing here is again creating that very fudgy, very like moist brownie that we want with this result.
So don't cream, so the sugar's going to slowly melt, giving us extra moisture. I'm burning it because this flame is on. Okay, we've got exactly 2.5 minutes. Here's what's going to happen.
So what you're going to do is add the eggs into okay.
Did you say so?
It's fine, man.
Wow,
and then you're going to put the vanilla essence in there. Make sure you mix that because this is obviously warm. We don't want scrambled eggs.
No, we don't want scrambled eggs.
And then you're going to put wet into dry. We're going to just fold that in. And you don't want to over-mix your brownie batter because it's going to start developing the gluten in the flour, which is going to give you the chew that you don't want.
Okay. We don't want the chew. Okay, so we've got about 2 minutes left.
Cool.
Should we roll the voice note? And we're going to answer it very quickly. We know what's happening. Roll the voice note.
Hey, very good morning to Sebastian and Chef Clem. If a recipe says do not overmix, how would I know that I overmix? Please let me know. Thank you. Jocelyn, Apple Gardens. Bye.
Bash, you've
Hey,
got 1 minute.
Johnson.
1
Okay,
minute.
Johnson,
Go.
very, very quickly. So all you're going to do is, I'm going to show you right here. Now, so I've added my wet into my dry. You're just going to fold it through until you don't see any flour anymore. If there's a little bit of streaks, you're okay. It's fine. You don't have to stand there and beat your batter. Just use the folding method, in and out, and there you got it.
That's it. Don't overmix it. That's all you got to do. Sebastian, you've been absolutely amazing.
Thank
These
you.
brownies going straight into my little doggy bag, going home with me. South Africa, we're going to be coming through next week with some chef skills. So if there are any chef skills you want to learn, we might be bringing Sebastian back into the kitchen for that. Let us know on our social media pages. You've been amazing. See you next week for the Culinary Hotline Bling.
Ting, ting, ting.
Oh, look at that. What a treat. Now, I think this is absolutely perfect that we have that delicious chocolate cake because we are celebrating Game's 54th birthday in the sweetest way possible because they are gifting you the chance to win incredible instant and weekly grand prizes worth 1 million rand.
That's a lot to get excited about. Now, from store vouchers and online coupons to Paul's single scoop ice cream vouchers, we want you to get ready to indulge in your senses. Now, here's something to do just that. Now, we've got Kukle who took to something absolutely irresistible. It was a journey with Paul's homemade ice cream, and it was a collaboration that we have been dying to witness, and you get a chance to take a look right now.
We're here at Paul's Homemade Ice Cream in Parkhurst to celebrate something sweet and special. Game's 54th birthday. They've whipped up a delicious birthday ice cream flavor, and we are here to get the scoop, quite literally. This place looks like a dream. Michelle, 54 is a big number. Tell us more about Game's birthday celebrations this month and how it's connected to ice cream.
We thought, what better way to celebrate a South African retail legend than partner with another up-and-coming retail legend in South Africa, and that's Paul's Ice Cream. Everybody loves ice cream. I don't think there's one person on this planet that doesn't enjoy a scoop. So we thought, let's make the iconic birthday cake flavor Game Strawberry Birthday Cake.
Who doesn't love ice cream, right? I mean, I'm reading right now, ice cream is cheaper than therapy. Give us a scoop about the special flavor.
We decided that we'd take this amazing flavor and really work on it to symbolize the essence of Game. So we made it really exciting and fun. We obviously made it the really flamboyant Game pink color, and we added a really delicious strawberry swirl and some birthday cake pieces as well. So we think it's really delicious, and it's really a great combination.
It sounds delightful. I was waiting in anticipation to taste the strawberry birthday cake. The second it landed in my mouth, it felt like an explosion of flavor, of love, of deliciousness. I am obsessed. Paul, you are onto something, sir. Coming to Paul's in celebration of Game's birthday feels so special. Number one, I feel like I am on an ice cream date to celebrate the month of May. Game is celebrating it big and in a special way, and they are including us, South Africans, to be a part of the celebrations as well.
We've got new deals breaking every 2 weeks. These are deals that you've never seen before, and I don't think you will ever see them again. 54 is a big celebration for us. We want to bring the big deals. So have a look at our leaflets also online, and there's new deals every 2 weeks.
We're also running a really cool opportunity in our stores. So if you come into our stores and purchase a scoop of the Game birthday cake flavor, you have the opportunity to win a 2,000 Rand Game voucher. So that's something to really look forward to.
I love birthdays, but I love Game's birthdays even more because we get to receive gifts.
It's on us. It's on us. We're bringing you the goods.
Game's 54th birthday celebration is in full swing, and there's enough sweetness to go around. Make sure to visit your nearest Game to stand a chance of winning free ice cream and indulge in the flavor of the month at Paul's Homemade Ice Cream. Until next time, stay sweet.
I wish every day was my birthday.
I know, right? And how good does that look? And obviously, Kukle just giving us those feels of jealousy, but it doesn't have to linger because you get an opportunity to do it yourself. For Game Store's 54th birthday, they're gifting you a chance to win incredible instant and weekly grand prizes worth 1 million rand.
Oh, and all you have to do is shop, scan and scratch to play, and here is how.
Yeah.
Now, to enter, simply purchase any product from Game Store, in-store, and scan that QR code on your till slip.
Yeah, and then you want to follow the prompts to enter for a chance to win exciting prizes, to say the least.
Oh, now you can also enter by purchasing any Game Store product online and using the link provided in your order confirmation email.
So what do you need to do? You need to get entering right now and stand a chance to win your share. And the competition closes Friday, the 31st of May. T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
Good luck.
Thank you so much, team. Well, the treats just keep on coming. We're going to get some cuddly time with our pets. We know that grooming is essential, but also a great way to bond with your furry little children. And we'll take you through some great tips on how you can do exactly that. Then we are in store for something truly special. Two of South Africa's most iconic voices. I'm talking about the incredible Nia Nell and Craig Hines will intertwine for a beautiful performance and to tell an incredible story through their new collab, Rise Up. This is going to be magical. Stick around. Well.
Drained? Dehydrated? You have lost more than just fluid. Recover faster. Add Rehydrate, SA's #1 oral electrolyte mixture.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, Mzansi, welcome back, and let's get ready to embark on a DIY pet grooming adventure from home. And that's where we are diving into. Now, this is the place where we're going to unleash a treasure trove of tips and tricks to make it a positively tail-wagging experience for your furry friend. You see what I did there? Now, whether it's brushing their coat, trimming those nails, or giving them a relaxing spa day, we've got the scoop on how to do it all with style and ease. And joining us to share these invaluable insights is none other than Craig Mitchell, owner of Poochie Coo Doggy Hotel Daycare and Pet Groomers. We've got the specialists, we've got a beautiful model here. Jimena and I are here for this man. I'm so excited.
And he's got two huskies, so he's a groomer. He's
Yeah,
got
high
a lot of
maintenance.
I can imagine. Yeah, we deal with a lot of huskies there.
They require a little extra pizzazz. I've got to say, Sassy is just the most beautiful and well-trained. She has got such a lovely temperament, so well done there.
Thank you so much.
She is gorgeous. I think a lot of us, maybe our grooming begins with the bath. So what's the best way to go about that when we don't have the value of a professional helping us out?
So first of all, you must make the dog feel comfortable.
For sure.
You can't just chuck her into a bath. You must first lure her around, always keep treats on hand.
For
or
sure.
if she's more toy-driven, have a toy on hand.
Oh, now we're talking her language. She's looking for a good girl. When we're looking for the right kind of products to use, obviously no dog is the same. How do we go about choosing the right kind of shampoo, the right kind of treatments, those sorts of things?
Yeah, so it all depends on what kind of dog you have. Sassy is actually a very low-maintenance dog because she doesn't have a thick coat.
I noticed you were eyeing this guy out there. It comes with a beautiful coconut flavour.
I didn't know this
coconut scent.
existed. Yeah, so this is actually a deodorizing coat spray, right?
Yeah.
Now, my issue currently is that I'm working with a husky which has a lot of hair, and we're doing hydrotherapy, but it's in a chlorine pool, unfortunately. And what happens afterwards is when the hair starts to dry, you can't get rid of that smell, and it becomes so intense, especially deep underneath.
That can't be great for her.
Not
her
at
skin.
all. And my dogs are VIP, man. They sit on the couches in the bed, but after these sessions, I can't, and I've been looking for something that can help with the odor. I can't wait to just take this right now and go apply it on my dog, man.
Yes, so we also actually use perfume for the dogs.
Okay.
But you also have to make sure the dog dries well.
And again, I would imagine this is something that you have to go through all the time. It's the brushing.
Guys, can I talk to you about this?
I can just imagine.
So I have an idea, right? I genuinely feel that this is possible. Every single day, I use a brush, I brush both my huskies down, and I swear to you, a full
more hair than
supermarket
full
bag
bag
full of hair. But that's kind of normal, right, with dogs like this?
Yeah, it also depends on the season of the year. Closer towards summer, the dogs would start shedding.
Yeah.
So, gents, we've got a lot of theory going on, yeah? We've got such a beautifully well-behaved pup. Maybe we should get practical, and I can see her interest has been sparked already. So maybe use the toy to maybe get her in the bath, do a bit of brushing, and maybe deodorize to give us a little bit of a blow-by-blow of how that
Sure,
could play
no
out.
problem. Sassy, are you ready to get bathed? Oh,
the attention.
I've got her attention. Come here, Sassy. Sit. Okay, we're going to put you in the bath.
Oh,
Here we go. Sassy, stay.
Good.
Sit.
girl.
Sit.
Maybe we could do some deodorizing. How would you apply the deodorant?
So you can actually apply this behind the ears, but I will actually thoroughly spray everywhere on her body. Just avoid her eyes, her mouth, and her nose.
So we use all the products whether it applies to your pup or an adult.
Yes.
And then this is the final step to kind of beautify. It's like walking out of a spa. I love it.
exactly.
You've got to smell and feel the part. What brush would you recommend for a short hair?
Pass me the pink one there.
The pink one.
Options, all right?
This one would be for a thin coat breed like a pit bull, staffy, dachshunds, those kind of breeds. Just start from one corner and move it all the way back. Oh, this is good, Sassy.
Oh, yes.
Oh, now she wants to come in for kisses.
Oh, that is the cutest thing. You are incorporating so much positive bond building through each element of this. And I absolutely love that.
What's even more beautiful is you've got options on the toys, which means that you've got options on the incentive for the dog. So if you want to lure them into the bath, you want to lure them into grooming time with these great brushes, I think that's what makes the difference, is creating a full positive experience, a holistically positive experience, from the toys to the products to everything grooming related, the brushes. I mean, that's going to provide them with like happy memories, which you want to create with the animal.
Yes.
Maybe, gents, if we stand up and take a gander next to us here, you'll take a look at a beautiful range of little jerseys. And what are your recommendations when it comes to, because some breeds don't carry a huge amount of subcutaneous fat with them, a little jacket in the midst of a winter, especially if they're a breed out of their natural climate?
No, in winter, I always cover Sassy with a jacket because she's got a thin coat.
Do they find it quite comfortable? Do they enjoy wearing the jacket?
Yeah, these days these guys make the most comfortable wearable clothes for dogs.
Is there one that
I think this red one would most probably be the best fit.
Oh, it's going to match the chain perfectly.
I was going to say, it's going to make it perfect.
Come, Sassy.
Sassy, you ready to get kitted out? Oh, nice jump.
And it's going to work with the gold chain, I think, as well.
Amazing.
Oh, Sassy. Easy to actually put on.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh, well done for making the zipper on the top side.
Yes, it's so much easier.
Oh,
I love this.
There we go.
Good girl. When buying jerseys, just be realistic about it in terms of the size. Give them a little bit of breathing room, maybe not too much space so that the paws can get hooked in it. But she seems super comfortable in it.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect fit for her and a perfect look as well. And I think it's also going to keep her warm throughout the whole winter.
There are so many ways that you can enhance, build the relationship with your pup through this process. It's not work, it's play. It's fun time and it's love.
You want to play?
Yeah,
Just
there
There
you
we
go,
go.
Sassy.
Shows us another winner. Now, I think officially for you, Mzansi, we are armed with these expert tips and a fantastic range of products from the Crazy Store. And as you can see, everybody's loving it. Now, you're all set to give your pet the grooming experience that they deserve right in the comfort of your home. Isn't that right, Sass?
Good girl.
Sassy, such a good girl.
Sassy girl, but good girl.
Whoever you are, whatever you need, you'll find great value for the whole family at the Crazy Store. So duck into a store near you and be surprised.
Oh, thank you, gentlemen. How exciting. Now, you can now also play Lotto, Lotto Plus 1 and Lotto Plus 2 for 10 million rand in total estimated jackpots today. That's Wednesday, and you could become a millionaire. Now, don't delay. You can play Lotto for an estimated 8 million rand, Lotto Plus 1 for an estimated 1 million rand, and Lotto Plus 2 for an estimated 1 million rand. Now, you can buy your tickets today in store, also online at the nationallottery.co.za website, their mobile app, through your cell phone banking, or simply by dialing *120*7529# for USSD. And all of these details, they are also available on Expresso's social media pages, so you can just go and check them out. And make sure you get yourself in the running to win your share of 10 million rand in total estimated jackpots when you play Lotto, Lotto Plus 1 and Lotto Plus 2 today. But remember, you have to play to find out if you win. Well, we are taking the quickest of breaks on your Feel Good Breakfast show. We have the super talented Nia Nell ready to perform, and so don't go anywhere. We will see you in just a bit, and we'll also bring you some highlights from the BAFTA Awards. That and a whole lot more still on its way.
Join markets.com today. Start your journey to trading success and stand a chance of winning one of 2 iPhone 15s valued at 20,000 Rand each. With 6 global licenses, 4.7 million clients worldwide, and free insight on the markets from trading expert Ruan Landsberg, markets.com is where opportunity meets education. Download and sign up now on markets.com mobile app. And that competition ends Friday, the 17th of May. Good luck.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, welcome back. There is a reason why I'm buzzing. So, of course, we've got the iconic voice of Nia Nell here with new music, which is just so special. But we are going to weave in another one of our most iconic voices. And I can still remember the first time I heard Indigo Girl sung by this particular man 21 years ago. He is incredible. Craig Hines is here as well.
How exciting. Well, listen, Nia Nell and Craig Hines, they are ready with their song, Rise Up.
Hi there, I'm Nia Nell. This is Craig Hines with our brand new song, Rise Up.
There's a kind of magic they can't teach us in school. A piece that's always missing in the answers of a fool. You only hear the inner wisdom when you fear you've lost the fight. Like a soothing voice you cling to in the darkest night.
Hear the thunder roll, see the lightning flash. Still I hear you calling hard, be peaceful, this will pass. And in the blasting, blinding visions in the darkest night of black. Let it go now, I've got your back. Rise up.
Won't take us longer.
Rise up.
Love's getting stronger.
Rise up.
For we belong now
with love and it's divine.
Rise up.
No need to wait now.
Rise up.
Love's at the gate now.
Rise up.
Don't be afraid now.
Allow the love to rise. Rise up.
I can feel it's getting closer. What's it gonna take?
Just to let my heart surrender. I know it's not too late. To let the fear, the doubt, the pain of what we think we've lost behind.
So love can find us.
We're no longer blind.
Rise up.
Won't take us longer.
Rise up.
Love's getting stronger.
Rise up.
For we belong now with love and it's divine. Rise up.
To wait now.
Rise up.
Love's at the gate now.
Rise up.
Don't be afraid now.
Allow the love to rise. You are with me, ever present.
You are glowing, iridescent. Rise up.
Won't take us longer.
Rise up.
Love's getting stronger.
Rise up.
For we belong now
With
love and it's divine. Rise up. Rise up.
The gate now.
Rise up. Allow the love to rise.
Rise up.
Won't take us longer.
Rise up.
Love's getting stronger.
Rise up.
For we belong now with love and it's divine. Rise up.
Wait now.
Rise up.
Love's at the gate now.
Rise up. Allow the love to rise. Rise up.
Wow. The entire studio has just erupted and we can't blame them. What an incredible performance. And Mzansi, we are going to be entertained with some more of that in just a bit. But for now, though, it's just gone on the hour and it's time for official duties. Now, starting with national headlines, the unemployment rate in the country is close to 33%. Now, figures from Statistics SA show that this figure increased to 32.9% in the first quarter of 2024. Now, the number of unemployed people increased by some 330,000 and that takes it to 8.2 million people who are unemployed. Now, the Western Cape has the lowest unemployment rate in South Africa, namely 21.4%, compared to the countrywide figure of almost 33%. Now, this is also a 0.2% lower than a year before. And on top of this, Premier Alan Winde says the Western Cape created some 82,000 jobs during the previous 12 months. Well, carrying on with local headlines, President Cyril Ramaphosa will sign the controversial National Health Insurance Bill today. Now, the plan is to implement a national health insurance which will cost billions of rand in phases. Now, meanwhile, opposition against the signing into law of the bill is increasing. Now, Business Unity SA has vowed to challenge it in court, saying it's unimplementable and damaging to South Africa's healthcare sector. Now, the SA Health Professionals Collaboration Group said its recommendations throughout the parliamentary process regarding the bill were systematically ignored. Well, we now move over to international headlines, and the U.S. Embassy in Tanzania has closed for 2 days because of an internet outage affecting several East African countries. Now, this was announced by the embassy yesterday. Now, all consular appointments were cancelled and rescheduled to a later date. Now, the embassy will, however, remain accessible for visa collections and for handling emergency matters involving American citizens. Now, the internet outage has persisted since Sunday morning, causing poor connectivity in Tanzania, Kenya, Rwanda, and Uganda. Next up, some 450,000 Palestinians have fled from Rafah over the past week, and the UN says this as Israeli tanks reportedly pushed deeper into the southern Gaza city. Now, UNRWA, the UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees, says people face constant exhaustion, hunger, and fear. Now, Israel's military says it is continuing operations against terror targets in the east of the city. Now, this is where more than 1 million people have been sheltering. Now, Israeli operations of late in the north of Gaza have displaced a further 100,000 people. Now, finally, exciting entertainment news this morning brings anticipation for an unforgettable baseline fest at Johannesburg Constitution Hill on May the 25th. Now, this vibrant event promises a lively celebration of Africa Day and marks the triumphant return of superstar Lyra to the stage after a 2-year hiatus due to a stroke. Now, moreover, this year's festival commemorates the 30th anniversary of Baseline, an esteemed artist management and music production company, coinciding with the nation's 30 years of democracy. Now, with a special focus on honoring the resilience and creativity of women, Lyra is part of a lineup of powerhouse female entertainers from across the continent, showcasing Africa's rich and diverse talent in entertainment. Now, tickets are going like hotcakes, so you don't want to miss out on this incredible occasion. Now, speaking of incredible occasions, there was a lot that happened in sport last night, so G-Man has the latest, and can't wait to find out what the result was.
Well, it seems both the Premier League and Champions League places decided last night, and maybe not the best result for some in a crucial match. Erling Haaland, well, he's done what he's done all season really, and he scored a double. His brace easing Hotspur Stadium, surprisingly enough, while his late penalty then secured the victory. So with a 2-point lead over Arsenal, a win against West Ham on Sunday will crown Pep Guardiola's team champions for the 4th successive season, and that's regardless of Arsenal's results. So we'll be watching this weekend very closely. Now, looking at the bigger picture in the English Premier League, Manchester United central defender Raphael Varane has announced that he will be leaving the club at the end of the season. So Varane, who joined United in 2021 after a decade at Real Madrid, he has made 67 league appearances for the club and helped them, of course, win the League Cup in 2023. However, injuries have seriously impacted his time at Old Trafford, and he has been sidelined since April due to a muscle injury currently playing out. But despite this, Varane hopes to be available for one last party, the FA Cup final against their old foes, Manchester City, of course, on the 25th of May. Now, in a star-studded pairing for the PGA Championship, we focus on golf and top-ranked Scotty Scheffler, fresh off winning just about everything this year, in particular his Masters win and newfound fatherhood as well. He teams up with major champions Brian Harman and Wyndham Clark. What a team. Scheffler's recent dominance, claiming 4 of his past 5 starts, adds a little extra intrigue to the tournament, opening its first round at Valhalla. Meanwhile, second-ranked Rory McIlroy, he's got a powerhouse team as well. He partners with Justin Rose and Dustin Johnson. What a matchup. Now let's turn to tennis. And in Rome, sadly, Daniil Medvedev's title defense came crumbling down, but an opportunity for Tommy Paul, who swept him aside 6-1, 6-4 in their last 16 clash. Struggling to find his rhythm, clearly, Medvedev faced his first defeat against Paul, who secured his maiden victory over the former U.S. champion and in style. The American's stellar performance setting up an exciting quarterfinal showdown against Hubert Hurkacz, who, of course, ousted the great Rafa Nadal earlier in the tournament. We'll watch that space very eagerly, but that's where we leave our sport on this Wednesday morning. Let's get one last look at the roads.
Let's take a look at the roads. In Pretoria, there's protest at WF Nkomo between Mohiri and Acridian Street. The road is barricaded with burning tyres. Avoid the affected areas, please, and to avoid any of the delays. If you're in Bellville, in Cape Town, there's some congestion on the N1 inbound. It's at Durban Road. Expect delays, and please maintain a safe following distance. That's your traffic. Let's take a final look at your weather. And the South African Weather Service has issued a warning for extreme high fire danger conditions in the central parts of the Northern Cape today, as well as in the province, the Ubuntu local municipality. The rest of the country can expect morning fog patches and isolated showers over certain areas. We finish off by taking a final look at your sunrise views, and we have Niklaas Meyer from Hartenbos who shared our good morning view, and there you have it, some cloud cover, but of course the changing in color of the sky, that is what we love to see as the sun rises. If you have a morning view to share with us, do so on our WhatsApp number. That number is 063 408 8863. Let's take a final look at your temperatures for today.
I'm listening to that.
Oh, there we go. Those are your temperatures for today. Well, we're about to take the quickest of breaks. And if you guys are like me, you love what's ready-to-eat meals. Well,
Yes.
Chef Clem, he's coming by to share all the newness that we can expect.
I love that. Look at how new and fresh that face is. Look at him.
Look at that smile.
And you can see the air fryers there. So these are all meals that can also go in the air
Oh,
fryer.
I need these. I'm going to be paying attention for sure. And something else you need to pay
easy.
attention for is entertainment news. It's going to be a good one, yeah? We're talking about the BAFTAs. We're talking about all the latest and the greatest. And, of course, the highlights. And we've got you covered, Mzansi, so don't go anywhere. We'll see you just around the corner.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Yes, this is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. 2 hours down, we're in our final one together, and it's time to dive into the world of entertainment news to catch up on some of the celebrities we didn't know and some of our favorites that we do know.
So let's kick it off with the British Film and Television Awards. This is a big one, and it's amazing how the streaming services have absolutely dominated. So British television is clearly doing very well, and this took place recently in London. So we thought we'd take a look at some of the big winners and maybe paint a picture of what you could possibly go and stream yourself, and some of the big names that came out this year with multiple nominations and wins. Happy Valley, which I haven't seen, Top Boy, which I haven't seen, and The Sixth Commandment, which I haven't seen. I feel like I've been asleep for like the last month, albeit I have been maybe a little bit American focused at the moment, but those are the most watched shows around the globe, and they've got the metrics to prove it. And of course the actors and actresses got their flowers as well. So the winners included Jasmine Johnson. She came from Top Boy, and it sounds like a stellar performance there. Then Bella Ramsey, I think, put her hand up big time in The Last of Us, which I have started watching. I think she is a name for the future. And then Kane Robertson from Top Boy, along with a whole list of others. Kind of a coming of age for new series on the scene, and some new actors, I think, putting their hand up as well. So congratulations.
Yeah, it's really cool to see, and hopefully also seeing some of the talent that comes through, and especially when they make the bigger scenes and get into those roles in the movies as well. And speaking of big roles and big scenes, The Lion King continues. I think South Africa's going to celebrate this one.
You got to say it, Mufasa.
I love it, man. Look, The Lion King is obviously one of the most popular and legendary Disney films ever. Now, they've just released the trailer for its sequel, Mufasa, and you can check it out right now. What do you think of this?
A lion was born without a drop of nobility in his blood. A lion who would change our lives forever. Mufasa. The earth will shake. Destiny awaits you.
Oh, so this is Simba's dad, Mufasa.
Mufasa, the OG.
Ah, okay. So it's a prequel.
Yeah, and this is something crazy for me, because if you take something that had that much success, there's a lot of pressure on this.
Generation defining, let's say. I remember watching the original The Lion King, and it changed the game in terms of animations and how I think South Africa and Africa are represented on the global stage as well. So down with that,
So
man.
the bar has been set indeed, and obviously an earlier look provides more context to Mufasa's backstory and how we got to the events in Simba's life. Now, Mufasa briefly appears in the movie. However, this one, Mufasa, the Lion King, is closer to live action, and I'm telling you, it's going to be stellar, to say the least.
It looks amazing. It looks,
I know, I can't wait.
The way that there was on that close-up, it was a little like a fly landed on the ear, and the ear flicked. I'm like, that's real. That's real. That's a real lion. Mufasa was a real lion.
Oh, there we go. Well, we also have some local news to report on. South African legendary comedian and filmmaker Leon Schuster has been experiencing some back pain that has caused him depression. Now, he's undergone 2 surgeries in his back to fix broken nerves and insert screws because of injuries he sustained when playing rugby in his youth. Now, he sits with a bit of a dilemma in that he can only have the surgery once he has lost enough weight, and as the procedure will happen through the stomach. Now, despite being on a strict diet, he is struggling to lose the weight, further aggravating his depression, and he is due for another surgery, and said that he was grateful for the support he's received from his family, his friends and fans, which has uplifted him during this really dark period in his life.
Oh, buddy, I mean, like, it's... It is something, it is no mean feat. I mean, I've grappled with the depression that comes from a compromised back. It's something that so many people have dealt with, and it feels like he's on a different scale. It's so tough when the most difficult thing to do is get out of bed in the morning when you get this kind of download of pain. It's the first sensation that your body experiences. And it sounds at his level that it has gone on for so long, it kind of retrains your brain to be in that state all the time.
Yeah.
So I feel your pain. Literally, I feel your pain. He is such an incredible human being who has done so much in his way, in his lane, to support the arts, to bring other actors, to bring filmmakers up with him, to make us laugh during the darkest times. So I hope that someone is at his side making him laugh now as he goes through that. We love you, sir, and we are so sorry that you are going through that. But it's something I would imagine there is a massive community of people around him who feel him and connect with him.
Yeah,
but that's awful, man. Absolutely
and I think
awful.
someone that definitely does not deserve to suffer. He deserves to be celebrating right now, and I hope that he can do that, and I hope that he found some reprieve in that. For now, though, we're going to go back to some of the local talent and someone that's obviously just taking the international world by storm. Yeah, Nomzamo Mbata portrays the role of Alexa in the action-packed sci-fi thriller Assassin, rubbing shoulders with co-star actor Bruce Willis. Yes, we said that correctly. Now, her character, Alex, is a woman who is mourning her dead lover and has not been able to find the right answers. She also adds that she is drawn to her character because she always has been fascinated by thriller and sci-fi genres. I mean, whoa, rubbing shoulders with absolute greats.
And this would be probably Bruce's last appearance on the screen, in the sense we know that he has been battling his own mental journey at the moment, and we get constant updates from his amazing family who are just so by his side, and I think easing everyone else, because he has a massive fan base. I mean, we've grown up watching this man. So much of my notion of what it is to be a man shifted with his performance in Die Hard, when he showed a broken, a normal human being just stepping up in the moment. But he redefined the action genre. He is such a king in that space. But for Nomzamo to share that space,
this is huge.
Isn't that the dream, dude? For those of us who want to act, who are living vicariously through our colleagues, isn't that the dream, to get a sci-fi action, dude?
It literally is, and I think these stories are inspirational, to say the least, because it's just showing you what locals, what South Africans can do when they just use their talent for something incredible, just like Nomzamo has done now. So absolutely putting my hands up together for that one. Congratulations. That is huge, to say the least, and I'm definitely celebrating all the success coming from South Africa right now. This is incredible. Wow.
It really is.
This has been a humbling one, because normally we're quite cheeky when we embrace the entertainment news, because some of it, let's be honest, most of us just don't care. But in this case, we really do care. When there's a South African connection, real stories playing out that we all get to live vicariously through, to use that term again, there is something special about seeing the world connected globally like this. So I absolutely love that. Oh, Nomzamo, you queen, girl, go and slay.
Well, that was it from our entertainment news desk. We're going to take a quick break on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and when we come back, Clem is ready to share all that is new when it comes to the ready-to-eat meals on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Bring it on. And then the incredible Nia Nell is still in studio, blessing us with this angelic voice that is helping us do a lot of emotional processing as we go this morning, because that's what it's taken to get this incredible music to you. And we're going to plug into that energy on the other side of this.
Attention, all you passionate young chefs in the making. Are you between the ages of 13 and 17? Do you love making magic in the kitchen? Then this is your chance to shine on TV. Enter to be a contestant on the Tastemaster SA Junior, made with love by Clover, and stand a chance to win 150,000 Rand. WhatsApp a video showing us your baking skills, or enter on the tastemaster.co.za. Entries close 31st May. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, Mzansi, welcome back. This is your feel-good breakfast show. And it's possibly your taste-good breakfast show right now because we're diving into the kitchen and we're going to allow you to enjoy quick, easy and convenient meal solutions with Woolworths and their wide selection of eat-in ready-made meals. I have fallen for these hard. They have a place in my heart because they serve such a great purpose. They are quick, they are easy, and they are able to heat up in your air fryer, your oven. It doesn't matter. There are so many options. And someone that's here to take us through some of these favorite ready-made meals is the one and only Chef Clem Pedro in the building. Bro, I wasn't lying when I said these things have stolen my heart.
Yeah.
I am so grateful that we have these convenient options. And I'm more excited for you coming through, plugging me on the latest options that we have. What you got for us, bro?
So we're answering the most frequently asked question in the world. Do you know what that question is?
Whoa, okay.
Do you know what that question is?
No, I'm dying to know now.
What's for dinner? It's so true. And Woolies are coming through with the answer because the eating deals have been amazing and people have always been going to it. But Woolies have leveled it up now. There's some new amazing items on the list, and it just opens up your opportunities so much. Let's talk about what we're going to do today.
Yes.
So the first thing we're going to do is how the eat-in deal works. Maybe to start there.
Yeah.
So what happens is you pick your main, you pick a side, and you pick a dessert. When you get the bundle together, you save up to 35 Rand on that spend of those three elements that you bought. And that deal is now going to run until the 19th of May. So what people always used to think is I can only buy one bundle, which is not the case. You can mix and match and buy as much as you like within the selection as you want. So what we do at home is because these meals are really we call these our Friday favorites because it gives you Friday feels.
Yeah.
But we actually end up buying more than one of the combos, and then we end up having the Friday feels throughout the weekend. We're saving money. We're spending so much less time in the kitchen, and that whole question of what's for dinner answered. So let's talk about the combos now. So we've got the main item, which is our hake goujons, but you can easily go for the chicken roti. Let's not start any arguments in the morning. The roti or the roti, the beef lasagna, and then we also got what I love now is the beef strips because at home we turned this into an Asian vibe. We crossed.
What do you do?
We did with Asian with a little bit of Mexican vibes. We did.
Whoa, full on international.
I know. we took the beef strips and we made it crispy, like almost tempura, but we also was super tender and then spiced that and glazed that in a bit of soy sauce, and we went a bit Mexican again, put the whole thing in a tortilla.
Yeah.
Play around with it. It's amazing.
Man,
and again, it's beef strips. The uses are endless.
I've only used it in the basics, like your stir frying and kind of making steak sandwiches and stuff like that, which is amazing.
So
I've also got experience in the roti.
Oh, you know.
It is so good. It is also deceiving how filling it is, and that's very important for me.
And the sauce that they give you as well. Woolworths, can you put the sauce that you serve with the rotis, can you put the sauce in a bottle? Because that yogurt sauce is so good.
Can you just sell that separately? Because I want to drizzle that on everything, man. Gosh, it just is an elevator.
Okay.
That's the word for it.
There we go. So then the side options, we've got the baby potato roasting kits. We've got the rosa salads, which is always nice to have that side element also sorted for you.
Yes.
And then for the desserts, and this is what I love, Woolies have put the yogurts on their dessert, and it's the delicious lemon curd for me is a dessert.
Why has it not been a dessert all this time? Why has it been in its own category? It is a dessert.
It is a dessert. And also the thickness and the flavor you get from it, it is so rich. So what we've done is we've actually just got some granola and sprinkled it over it with a little bit of berries. Perfect as a dessert. But obviously, totally go and have it for breakfast if you want. But it's the fact that it's all sorted. So we're going to start with our hake goujons. We're going to get it into our air fryer. And I love the fact that there are options for the air fryer because putting on an oven unnecessarily, hey, I'm not about that life.
For like a small meal, especially if you're just eating on your own as well, it's such a waste of electricity. And it takes a while to heat up. It uses a lot of power, like you said. But for me, I'm just loving the convenience that comes through that if you have it or you don't, you've got options. And that means that this applies to everybody, no matter how you're making your food. You can make it.
That's preheating. So what I do with the baby potatoes is I get the potatoes in the air fryer. You see, this kit comes with the sauce and it comes with a crumb.
Oh, nice, yeah.
I get the potatoes super nice and crispy. Then I put it in a oven-proof dish or air fryer-proof dish. Then I pour the sauce over and the crumbs and I put it back in the air fryer.
For like around 2.
Just to get the bubbling on the sauce and the crispiness on the top of the crumb. Everything done in the air fryer. Again, the whole experience you're going from not eating to eating in like half an hour.
And on top of that, right, like let's say you were to try do this on your own. It's not just, let's say, the convenience and the fact that you're saving time, but it's the fact that you don't often get to the end goal of having your food taste that good. Now, one thing that I've found when you try to add all these elements of making things taste amazing, you use so many dishes and cutlery and things and pots and pans along the way that just to make one meal, you end up with like a whole kitchen full of stuff. You don't have to worry about that at all.
I'm not even gonna look to the side of
Is
it,
it-
because I can feel my wife going,
preach.
And it is the truth, because when I do get into the, okay, what's for dinner vibe, and I do start cooking from scratch, I don't feel like I'm done until I've used every plate, every spoon, every pot, every pan.
To add the pizzazz, right? And you don't need to worry about that anymore.
And then afterwards, I'm so good at making a mess. If anybody needs a professional mess maker, call me. But when it comes to the cleaning, I will be busy. I'll be occupied. My nose is someone's starting to run. I can't be doing chores now. Feeling ill, gotta go. I don't like the chores. And this is a good thing. It's a valid point. The cleanup at the end sometimes takes us longer than the cooking.
Oh, it just ruins the whole incredible experience that you just had.
So now, here's the convenience. That's how you do it. Super quick and easy and tidy.
Nice.
And it's a great way, honestly, the eating deal is a great way to get Woolies exceptional quality. Everybody raves about it. It's a great way to have it literally almost every day of the week. Every day of the week, yes.
Yeah.
With saving, which I absolutely love. And I love these. I call these the Friday feels because the fish and chips vibe, this is like a modern take on fish and chips with the goujons and the potatoes and the lasagnas and the rotis. It's not like you're not settling for the option. You are excited for it. So we call these the Friday feels. And what I love is the fact that you can have it every day of the week. Buy the combo. This deal will run until the 19th of May. And then you know it's going to be another deal coming through immediately afterwards. So Eden is absolutely a win. We love it. Time saving, money saving, and we're not spending time in the kitchen with the chores afterwards. And the convenience of everything in the air fryer.
And the convenience, like restaurant quality. You can possibly, I reckon, go to Woolies for one day, plan an entire restaurant quality style worth of meals for every single night, and you will never, ever get bored. I think there's so many combinations of this. Even the variation in making the baby potatoes with that sauce. I love what you're doing there. Great tip. Mzansi, what are you waiting for? Get involved in this. Looks like it's already ready, and we haven't even finished speaking here. Come on. Convenience right there at its finest. And that is it. It's taking the thinking out of cooking with these eat-in ready-made meals, and these are the incredible solutions all coming through from Woolworths. Plus, you can enjoy a selected main, side, and dessert and save up to, like you just heard, 35 Rand when you buy the full meal. Now, this offer is valid until the 19th of May 2024, and it's available at selected stores while stocks last. So get involved in the magic and don't be bored, because the belly's gonna love you after this. And I think you should make it an extra occasion and invite as many friends and guests as you can and show off, because they're going to be pretty much blown away by your performance after they realize, did you make this yourself?
Yes, I did.
Woolies? Well, the secret's ours. We won't tell anyone. Nice, bro. Can we eat this now?
Yes.
That
Beautiful
looks good.
prelude. Yeah, no, it looks good. Dinner is sorted. I think Ryle is sorted for the next 2 weeks, and he's going to put it all in a little bucket and take it home with him. But we have been blessed this morning with an incredible, I would say, journey through music that really tells the story of the journey through this incredible woman's life over the last incredible year that she's had.
And she is glowing, and she is here to perform for you, Nia Nell, on your Feel Good Breakfast show.
Hi there, I'm Nia Nell, and this next song from my brand new EP, Lover's Home, is called A Song That's Yet Unsung.
Feel you in the blazing sun. I feel your essence flow within me, through everything and everyone. No separation, we've only just been one, just one expression brought to life through everything and everyone. And in this moment, we're a song that's yet unsung. I hear you in the rolling thunder. I see you in the pouring And in this moment, we're a song that's yet unsung.
Oh, all part of a brand new EP courtesy of this absolute angel. Heart is home. It feels like the heart is home. After listening to that, we'll squeeze in one more performance. Thank you so much, Nunel. Absolutely beautiful. We're going to take the quickest of breaks. When we return, a bit of a mixed bag, something quite interesting, how hormonal fluctuations can affect your skin. We've got some warning signs and what you can do about it.
Oh, and we got to say there's a bit of a warning. It's going to be a Zoe versus Rao competition of some sorts coming up, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Don't fall victim to intestinal worms. Use kid-friendly Vermox twice a year and get rid of unwanted guests. Vermox.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
I already don't have to tell you that when it comes to Expresso, it's all about feeling good. And when you step out into the world, you want to feel good, right? You want to even feel confident when you go and face it. Sometimes our skin doesn't do what we want it to do. And that, unfortunately, is either because of fluctuations that happen with our hormones, or it's even because of insulin resistance. Well, we have a couple of solutions that we're going to be finding out today because we've got our Medical Nutritional Institute family in the building. It is the CEO, Marianne du Plessis, as well as researcher Ashley Smith. Hello, ladies. Hello. How are you today?
Good, thank you.
I'm so glad that you are here with us today because I'm someone who believes in looking after our skin. But sometimes our skin betrays us and it's not even our fault. So, Marianne, can you let us know what is it that Skinvance is adding to our skincare routine?
Yeah, Em and I have formulated Skinvance to help and improve our skin health from within. At Em and I, we believe in always targeting the cause of the problem and not just focusing on the symptoms. And Skinvance is far beyond just a topical treatment. It nourishes and it helps with all sorts of skin conditions related to insulin resistance in order to help and improve your skin health.
I love that. And Ashley, can you tell us, just in terms of the underlying causes, what are the ones that Em and I is focusing on, and how does it affect us?
So for the past 20 years, M&I has focused on lifestyle-related conditions, and insulin resistance is a very complex condition and has numerous negative effects, including negative effects on your skin health. So insulin
insulin resistance is characterized by an abnormally high level of the hormone insulin, which in turn affects your other hormones. Your female hormone levels are suppressed and your male hormone levels are elevated, and this imbalance can lead to various skin problems. Hyperpigmentation, acanthosis nigricans, skin tags, male hair growth pattern, and hormonal hair loss are all symptoms of insulin resistance. And then the most common symptom experienced by both men and women is hormonal acne.
Yeah, and on the note of hormonal acne, what are the options that we have when we're talking about the treatment for it?
So with our holistic approach, we believe that the best results are obtained through a combination strategy. So it's important to eat healthy, to stay active, to maintain a healthy weight, and then also to follow a good skincare routine. But then you need to support your skin further than that. And for this, you should choose a scientifically backed product that's known to address the underlying cause of your skin problem and not just focus on the symptoms. And this is what M&I's Skin Bonds and Zinc can offer.
Yes, and I was actually just wanting to touch on that. Marianne, I hear about this combo. Why is it so incredible?
It combats hormonal acne as well as inflammation. The unique ingredients leads to a rapid improvement in hormonal imbalances. And that helps by suppressing that overactivity of that oil glands. And so we help to combat and to prevent hormonal acne. Now, skin bonds also have a very strong antibacterial, anti-inflammatory properties. Now, we've also added additional collagen that further increase your skin health and restore your skin. We have to remember to restore hormonal imbalances does take time, between weeks and months. Our experience is that you see visible changes between 2 and 3 months of daily use of skin bonds. But the good news is that hormonal imbalances and the effect that it has on your skin is reversible, and it actually responds very well to treatment with skin bonds. Now, it can be used by males as well as females. It is available online or at any pharmacy.
Lovely. Ladies, I'm such a huge fan of your work, especially because, like I said, I'm someone who loves skin. So thank you so much. And you, Expresso family, this is all up to you to make sure that you are indeed looking after that beautiful skin of yours. We want you to step out with that confidence, looking good, feeling good in every way possible. And knowing the imbalances which cause blemishes and how to remedy them is the first step to proudly facing each day with a smile.
Welcome back, you beauties. Yes, I'm just checking out all of the fine print because I don't want to get this wrong. I've got two of the fiercest competitors ready to go head to head. Say goodbye to carrying around multiple pens, if that's your thing. With the Big 4 Colors pen, you've got 4 vibrant ink colors in one conventional tool that's just been thrown on the floor by one of my competitors. Saving space, solidifying your life, simplifying it certainly, and inviting endless creative possibilities. So we're going to have a little bit of fun with that. It's the ultimate 4-in-1 pen with a retractable cartridge, making it quick and easy to switch between colors. I say hopefully because we're about to put Ryle and Zoe to the test in the Big 4 Colors Doodle Duel Challenge.
Oh
dun, dun, dun.
What a title.
I feel like we've been setting up Zoe to dominate this the whole morning, so I want you to feel confident in your doodling today, okay?
Thank you.
So this is how it's going to work. We can see on the labeling the cute little big boy, okay? He's got the ballpoint head. He is your inspiration for your doodle today. However, you're going to have 2 minutes to get your doodling done, and every 30 seconds, you're going to have to swap colors, okay? Are you ready?
I am ready. What
Have
color are
you
you
got-
starting
I'm
with?
gonna
go with blue.
I'm going to start with black.
Oh,
really?
that's quite severe. Ryle's starting with a
Maybe I
hopeful
should end with
blue
black.
color.
No,
Okay,
blue.
so I'm going to kickstart your 2 minutes, then have a little bit of fun with this. And as I said, the big boy is your inspiration, but you can go doodle crazy because the more creative, the better. And then we will see by a round of applause who has taken our Doodle Duel Challenge today. All right, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay,
Are you
Ryle's
ready?
quietly hopeful. Yeah, come on, this could be the day.
2 minutes is enough.
This could be the one. Okay, don't tell her. She'll crush you, man. All right, guys, all the best of luck. Have a little bit of fun with this one. Let's see your interpretation of the big boy in 3, 2, 1. Go for it. And I used to be a big doodler at school because I just have 0 concentration skills. So I would doodle a lot. In fact, I would start a doodle, hand it to my best mate. He would doodle. Then I would doodle onto that. A lot of doodling going on. But did you actually know that doodling helps you pay attention? Maybe that's why I lent on it. It keeps you focused by creating just enough stimulation to prevent your brain from reverting to its default state or spacing out, in my case. Now, the mental state of doodling is between awareness and daydreaming, somewhere in that perfect corridor, which makes it great for new creative ideas. Swap your pens, please. Oh, I'm liking what I'm seeing here, guys. And actually, the color change worked in your favor,
change
bro.
again?
Hang on. Keep going. I'm going to drive Zoe crazy with this one. I'll tell you when your doodle time is up. The pen is reliable and durable as we're putting to the test here. 4 colors with smooth, consistent ink flow. How are we doing on our next color? In 3, 2, 1, change colors. I'm seeing 2 beautiful artworks unfolding here. The 4 colors pen addresses every writing occasion. It's the ideal pen for mind maps. I love that, for color coding, creativity, for categorizing and streamlining information and note taking. I would imagine for teachers. Oh, imagine marking a paper with this. Absolutely beautiful. The big 4 colors pen is the ideal doodling partner for this kind of exercise because you can easily interchange between the 4 different colors, and you're going to be swapping to our final color in now. Boom. Okay, 30 seconds left to complete your works of art, gang. Looking beautiful. I must say, I'm very impressed with both of you. Absolutely awesome artistic skills here. I would imagine you've got about 15 seconds left to put those finishing touches on. My internal clock's on point today. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit your pens down, you beauties. I love this, guys. 2 absolutely gorgeous photos. Ladies first, please introduce, title your picture for us and let them know what you got there.
This is the doodler.
Oh, nice.
Doodler. Doodler
Nice and
is
high.
loves color, loves wearing plaid, got shoes to match, and he's carrying a big red pen with him. It's not a surfboard.
Okay. No, it's lovely. And it tells the story. It tells the story and captures the brand. Zoe, fantastic
I like
offering.
the green suede shoes.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you.
With
Thank
the
you.
added height, just to give him a bit more confidence. And Ryle, I suppose, no telling what he's doing, but explain your beautiful picture to us.
I was going to like try fade the colors in, and then I realized, let me just show it off. So the entirety, the theme here is the smooth big glider.
Oh.
And that plays into the smoothness of this pen. It really just glides so
breathe,
easily. So he's
buddy.
on his multicolored surfboard over there. He's got the hair, he's got his body, and there's a nice big wave in the background.
Yeah, man, we're using the pen beautifully, almost for a South African flag there. We could have taken it there.
You're right, actually.
Those are 2 beautiful interpretations. You both did get the brief. Congratulations. I'm going to need my massive studio audience now to please, by way of applause, help me decide who has taken this. Can we hear for young Zoe a round of applause? Wow, strong hold there, very good effort. And now can we hear for our young man, Ryle, who's never beaten Zoe once on this show. Can we get a round of applause, please?
There's no noise at all. Oh, I didn't even hear a single clap apart from
a whole round
There's a
of
conspiracy
applause.
going on here, guys. Come on.
Buddy, we've got to keep you humble. I doubt until you started the show you had ever lost anything in your life, bro. So we've just got to keep you grounded. Okay, we've got to keep you grounded. There might be a conspiracy, but can we get one last round of applause for our Doodle Duel champion, Zoe Brown? Oh, now she's doing it with both pens. Oh, that is funky, man. Well, this shows you the creative potential when it just flows like this. An awesome exercise. Switching colors on the fly like that really does open you up to a whole world of possibilities and creativity. And we're asking you guys at home to vote for who you think is the best. Is maybe we can pull this one back for Ryle. Let us know if you think he is our resounding champion if we got it wrong in studio. But I think you both did a great job. Well done. Turn them into NFTs and sell them, baby.
Yes.
Come on. Absolutely beautiful. We've got one more performance coming your way from Nia Nell. Absolutely exquisite journey she has taken us on this morning. We cannot wait to conclude that in just a moment. It's the winner. Well done. So yes, while we enjoy the afterglow of Zoe's incredible performance once again this morning, this actually needs to be made into an NFT because I think it's going to be worth something.
I was a doodler. Like, if you had to look at my schoolwork, I was always there drawing little hearts and houses and shapes.
But it's how you concentrate. I used to get into trouble.
Be a professional doodler, come on.
Or you could go and vote, maybe big up Ryle just a little bit. And then, of course, you can share your comments on the performances we've seen this morning. Nia Nell is standing by to bring us us one more beautiful journey through her latest phase of life, and it's coming to you after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, welcome back. One last time to bring you the good news. If you play Lotto, Lotto Plus 1 and Lotto Plus 2 today, 10 million rand could be yours. That's the estimated jackpot for your hump day today. You could become a millionaire. Just one click away.
Well, don't delay. You need to play. So head on over for your chance to win an 8 million rand with Lotto. If you're playing Lotto Plus 1 for an estimated 1 million rand and Lotto Plus 2 also for an estimated 1 million rand.
This is a lot of millions right now, so you can buy your tickets today in store on the nationallottery.co.za website. The mobile app, you got cell phone banking, or you can simply dial *120 *7529# and follow the USSDs. Simple as that.
And we'll keep those deets up on all of the Expresso social media pages as we do, so you got no excuses. Check them out. Pick your numbers or do a quick pick, whatever it is, just do it. And you could be winning your share of 10 million rand in total estimated Lotto, Lotto Plus 1 and Lotto Plus 2 jackpots today. Play them all. I recommend it, but just play now, and all the best of luck.
Oh, well, listen, we've been treated to music from Nia Nell. She's released a brand new EP, and here she is with one more performance on your Feel Good Breakfast show.
Enjoy.
2 words that's very powerful. Thank you. The more you say it, the more you receive. I'm Nia Nell, and this is called Thank You.
Once the truth is known, there's no turning back. You just gotta ride it out, ride it out. And once you see it through, there's no stopping you. It all begins and ends with you, only you. And just remember that I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, thank you, thank you. And all you think you've lost, and all the pain you've caused, was only there to show the way to more of you. lost its game. But stand in your dignity, open yourself to grace. You're connected to divinity. Take your rightful place and start by saying that I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you.
Oh, wow. Yeah, now, Love is Home, a brand new EP out now, and it is extraordinary. The vocals this morning have been off the charts, but the heart, the emotion, just undeniable. Nia Nell, we love you. Please take a bow, you gorgeous human being. She is just so special, and this offering is just as special. Thank you so much for gracing us with your talent.
Yeah.
Well done, Zoe. You got right in there, girl.
I jumped into the chocolate brownies.
And
These are ooey and gooey and tasty and delicious, and definitely follow the recipe because you want brownies like this.
No, rather, I understand we've got a brace for tomorrow's show. Buddy, why?
An
Why?
absolute stunner. We're going to be chatting to Miss Universe or Miss World, I
Miss
believe.
World.
Miss World it is, in fact. And I think the name is pronounced Christina Pushkova. Now, she is the official winner. She looks absolutely radiating. Thank you once again for this beautiful soul, for radiating us and sending us into another realm with your voice. Wow, wow, wow. It's almost as good as the brownies we made. Almost.
Almost.
No, not
Almost.
that bad.
You don't have to sing again right now. Are you allowed to eat brownies at this time of the day? Well, you can have actually all of it. You've earned that right this morning. But
I think I'll pick one of these.
Go for it. Go for it.
Celebratory meal.
Then, of course, we've been talking all about the Absa Run Your City event where the elite athletes made it to the finish line before we could get there in cars. That's how fast they are. We'll bring you highlights from that, and also why you should be watching the big debate ahead of the elections. That's on S3 tomorrow. But, my dear, thank you so much. We absolutely love you, girl. Thank you for joining us.
For you guys having me. Thank you so much.
Yeah, our new playlist for the day. Nia Nell, get it
Sorted.
loaded, get it sorted
Yes.
out, and enjoy the fine tunes and the magic that comes for you. Enjoy.
We'll see you tomorrow. Adios.
Love ya.
More chocolate.